wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Friday?
Nope, today's
Monday.
For Raw.
It is Raw time. And it's starting out with Cody. As it should. The rumors are Cody's going to get drafted to the different team. What's Sophie have to say about it? Did she already say something about it?
She's on there. Sophie's just yakking about CM Punk supposedly being there.
Oh, on Raw?
At Raw tonight. Triple H is doing another Tony Khan thing and having another announcement. I don't know why she's saying major announcement, because it's not going to be a major announcement. It's just going to be shit.
It'll probably just tell us what pool the drafts are in or something. You know, like who's in what poll. Because they got a draft on different shows.
Right. And then Robert's in the chat. Rally's with us. Marcelo and Harley are both with us as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Cody Rhodes out there, Marcelo. Robert says hello. Raleigh says hi. Wow, what is CM Punk doing at Raw? PW Insider. Harley's like, hello everybody, happy Monday. I highly doubt that he's there, but whatever, guys.
It's all good, whether he is or isn't.
Oh, is that why PW Insider's pretending that he's there? It's because they're in Chicago.
Chicago.
Chinonso is in the chat. He says, hello, everyone. Hello, Chinonso. How are you doing? Harley says, hello, everybody. Happy Monday.
Yeah, Monday. It's about time, right? Got some wrestling back. It's been a few days.
So, this week, the draft starts on Friday, everybody. There are some rumors going around that all of the Bloodline are going to stay on SmackDown and that Cody Rhodes is going to go to Raw or stay on Raw.
It's all good. I would assume they'll move, like, the Judgment Day maybe over to Smack.
Remember?
Just because what's-her-name's over there. With the blue belt.
Right.
Yeah, so they moved Cody away from Roman, and now they're just moving forward with that.
I think that's weird, but okay.
Like Wes Craven.
Did you want on that?
That's fine.
One? Vindicator's in the chat. Hey, Vin, good to see you tonight. Says, peekaboo.
So what you guys want
to talk about? I see you. Says, yeah, so what do you guys want to talk about?
Cody.
Cody Rhodes, I guess.
That's what Cody says.
Raleigh says he got told to leave Arena Events Call probably because he works for AEW. Raleigh, if he really was there, I doubt he was welcome on any kind of premises or property of WWE. No matter who runs it. Sophie says there's a rumor Triple H is going to introduce a new world championship. I don't know what that means for women's world championships. Sophie
well, we'll find out soon, won't we? Look at this. Cody's stripping.
Rollins versus Amos at Backlash is random and doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that came out of nowhere, right? That's weirder than the WrestleMania match with Brock and Omos. Now it's just Seth and Omos with no story at all. Well, they have a couple days still to build a story.
He's giving away his clothes to people.
He's stripping. It happens.
A person in the audience is probably
We've all done it,
like
right?
a weirdo. He wants to show off his scars. That's weird. The night he competed with a torn pec. Forgot to bring in a
napkin. Oh no! Don't be messy.
Right. Harley says, "Let's talk about food." Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh god.
Sophie says there is a video about Punk being at the Arena Raw is at tonight.
Nice.
Okay. Well, it is Chicago, so he could be in Chicago. Pickle says, yo, still outside, just finished along the fence line. What's new, Gang of Gab? Not much, Pickle. Glad you're finishing up along your fence line for your outsideness.
That's so cool. I need to get outside, but it's all windy here.
We had
Which
wind
means there's
and a
gonna
huge
be a tornado
rainstorm
in a couple days in the Midwest somewhere, probably around Kansas City. Calling it now. Takes it about 2 days to get there. So By Thursday, you should get the storm if you're in the Midwest. Cody's been tanning. It's always nice.
He had a sold-out arena.
That's what I need to do. Get back in the tanning bed.
All about that arena. Chris is like Cody going 90s Ric Flair promo, taking his clothes off.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Chinoso says, yeah, we all know Rollins will take out Omos. Yeah, somehow.
I mean, obviously he's going to hit him with that curb stomp, but how? Like, what's going to
He's got to get him down first. Chris says, Punk at Raw, but he was asked to leave. But was he? So he says Rollins versus Omos. That seems like a Vince call before Friday. They had no interaction between them to set up that match. So I wonder how many NXT call-ups we are going to get from the draft. I don't know. I don't know that either.
I don't know this. Music.
I don't know the NXT call-up or this one.
Oh, Judgment Day stuff. You think I would know this stuff, but...
It's Finny McFinnertons.
I hate to break up the party. We all got scars. You got one on your 5 head.
Good for him.
Right up there in that 6 region. That's a good match, though. We can watch that. Finn Balor
It's a
get
good
beat
thing
by
that
Cody.
he doesn't part his hair all weird.
Right.
Because it probably ruined his part. Sophie says this isn't the first time Cody and Finn interacted. Marcelo is all about Rey Mysterio. And Picola says, I have sources, but you have to pay me $1 million for the scoop.
Right.
Oh, yeah, on the CM Punk stuff. That's hilarious.
You trusted the wrong man. Oh, you gotta be smarter. Smarter. With an S. Smart. Not murder. This is a match you can't win. Because I'm from Ireland. Is Cody going to join the, whatever they're called,
The
Retribution?
Judgment Day?
Judgment Day.
The Retributions. God, I hope not. Ew. Daz is in the chat. Hey, Daz says, big ups. How are you doing today? Both of you also. What do you think the announcement will be?
Probably the draft groups.
Totally. Drafting.
Or we could get some GMs. They could do some GMs so the draft has some leadership instead of just one person just reading out, well, SmackDown's going to take, Raw's going to take, SmackDown's going to take. Because that'd be weird. There it is, see?
Ugh, no, don't
do
join
it,
them.
Cody!
Sophie says all the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies are on Disney Plus as well as the Andrew Garfield one. Nice. Oh yeah? They decided to finally put them on Disney Plus even though it's not the same company, huh? That's interesting.
Well, Sony will work with them on their Marvel stuff. Because they have to have their guys in their movies. Like the Spider-Man guys has to be in the Marvel movies. The Marvel guys have to be in the Spider-Man movies.
That Spider-Man was DC.
No, he's Marvel.
Mush says Brock Lesnar will take Cody Rhodes to Suplex City.
He definitely is going to make a stop. I don't know if he's going to stay in downtown Suplex City or if they'll just go kind of by the suburbs.
Harley says I had rice and bean burritos with black olives and jalapenos on them for dinner. Fun. I'm having corn. Chris says Sasha lost her title in Japan this weekend. Oh, boo-hoo.
Sasha did? Maybe she's coming to the States.
Sophie says, I wonder who the general managers of both Raw and SmackDown are going to be. Chris says her ego, she probably thinks she's elevating talent by losing the belt. Pico says it was way cooler when Eazy-E was a GM versus Flair.
Or Bischoff. The first guy to ever get drafted on any of these WWE shows was The Rock. He went to SmackDown.
Chris says it doesn't make sense. You go to Japan and lose titles, just like in WWE. Gosh, you know what, guys? It's so funny when you guys put titles up there, because I read this from far away, and the T and the L's are close together, so it looks like titties.
I can't believe she goes to Japan to lose her titties.
I know. I was like, I have to stop and like think about what it is for a second. It's a real shame.
Or you're against us.
Oh, we're against you all. Ooh, he's going to watch his back. Piccolo says, woo! And Sophie says, I wonder after the draft if they will follow the rules or break it after a few weeks as they normally do.
Smack the bleach out of his head.
Ew, gross.
Cody's coming back with brown hair, it looks like, after the smacking.
I don't know what you're saying, Marcella, about Rey Mysterio. Something about a championship, maybe? Piccolo says, y'all enjoy the Spider-Verse one?
I
never watched it.
The last Spider-Man I saw had that Venom guy in it, but it wasn't Venom yet. Like, it was way before Venom movies.
Yeah, it was a Tobey Maguire one, though.
No, it was the guy after him.
Andrew Garfield?
I don't know.
No.
Whoever the guy was after him. Not the guy that is now, but the guy that was in between Maguire and the guy that is now.
I don't remember all of them. Mushmouth says Seth Rollins versus Amos. That's what they say. Chinoso says Cody isn't sharp enough. Like the tribal chief, he can't take out Brock Lesnar, only him. Yeah. Picola says, hey, I wonder how many titles are getting robbed tonight. How many titties?
A lot of titties.
How many titties are getting rubbed?
Titty, gaga.
So he says, so Seth is going from facing Logan Paul at WrestleMania to facing Amos at Backlash. What a downgrade for Rollins.
Amos is a monster.
Is that guy using his cheat codes out there?
I didn't see. Was he pushing? Doing something? Oh, yeah, you can look up plays. It's not cheating anymore.
He's using his cheat codes out there.
Right. Bad Bunny returns tonight. Hey, also against the Judgment Day. So is Cody going to help out Bunny later?
Maybe.
Calling it now. Damian Priest, Rey Mysterio coming up pretty soon.
Don't we already have that?
Yeah, we get that every week. A seismic announcement. It's going to rock some foundations, guys.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's Uso Penitentiary. Bloodline. Oh, they're having a match. Solo. Who are they wrestling?
Three other dudes.
Oh, it can't be Kevin Owens and Sammy because they wouldn't have it so early, right? That would be weird.
Harley's like, there's nothing wrong with
Street
titties.
Profits and somebody else. Probably.
You and Travis feel the same way about nothing wrong with titties. Because there's a real intense movie with Andrew Garfield is Silence. It's a historical Japanese movie about Christians getting tortured for spreading the word back in the 1600s.
Yeah, that could happen.
I think I've heard of that movie. To be in a really weird mood to watch like really serious movies like that. Marshmallow says Usos will beat Sami Zayn and Kevin for the title. Sami Zayn will betray Kevin and he will join the Bloodline again.
It looks like it's going to be the LWO. So Santos, Escobar, and Phantasma or whatever. Aldalfaz Montana. The backlash begins in Puerto Rico.
People says it's a Scorsese film and it also stars the Vader guy from the new Star Wars. The guy that's in 65 billion or whatever.
65 million.
Or 65, whatever it is.
It's got that weird shaped head. Weird head.
He was on that thing you sent me.
About weird heads.
No, that TikTok that you sent me about rednecks.
Oh, nice.
That was him that was saying, "Oh, you mean in Vermont? You mean
Oh,
Vermont?"
yeah.
That was him.
That
That was
funny.
that guy. The Star Wars guy.
Yeah, I've been there.
That was him.
That's Vermont. No.
No. No, I'm not. Adam Driver. That's his name. His name, I don't remember his name, but all of a sudden he's in everything. It seems like it's weird.
Not really. I mean, that's what happens when somebody's in something. They'll
All
put
of a
him in a lot of
sudden
things.
he's in everything.
I saw it with Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd went through that phase. Owen Wilson was in that. Luke Wilson did that.
Yeah.
God, what's his name? The tall one. That's funny. Jim Carrey. No.
Vince Vaughn.
No, well, him too, but the other one. Will Ferrell.
Chinoso says, "Nah, I don't think so much. Mello, the bloodline will accept a betrayer again."
Well, Kevin Owens will probably join the bloodline next.
It'll probably be him next.
He'll be the honorary tribal chief or something.
Ravi's like, "Yo, what are you crazy people up to?"
Wrestling.
Nothing. Watching Raw. And baseball. Talking about titties.
I gotta also
And
see
Spider-Man.
at 7 or 9 o'clock Eastern time. I have to turn it to American Idol and see if Paige made it to the next round. I stayed up till like midnight talking to Colby.
Did you?
Yeah, they're there because it's live now.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I'd miss her if I had it unmuted. I look up and she had just finished, and I was like, I had to rewind it and watch it.
Oh.
But it's only like a minute and a half.
Right.
But
It's funny.
I look up and I see Colby in the audience clapping.
Oh,
I'm
was
like,
that him that they
Yeah.
kept showing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't see what. So usually they do like their story at home, so
Yeah, they did that.
that would have been kind of cool, but
But it was just her singing as a child, like in different rooms and stuff. They didn't talk about parenting or anything.
Chris says Punk was asked to leave, but was he? Was he even
Get
there
him
in
out.
the first place? Robbie's like, "D, what yours?" Laughing. What my what? What are you talking about, dude? You're so weird. Pickle's like, "How was your outing the other night, Robbie?" And Sophie says most of this Backlash card feels like it got booked by Vince.
Don't know. Maybe.
Really? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention enough to really care. Chris says, "LL titties, damn, Liv sexy tits the other day on SmackDown. Remember she had that white shirt on, you could see her nips
See right through
and her
it.
tiny little titties." Yeah.
Itty bitties. Survival fight.
Are you okay? No, I'm not.
Who's the one comedian? Ron White. His is funniest, like when he talks about boobs. He's like, it doesn't matter. He's like, we just want to see your boobs. Like, you'd be like a 70-year-old woman, like, want to see my tits? Yep. All right, roll them back up.
Pickle's like, "You know what I did see auditions? I may have already seen his vignette or hers."
Is he talking about a trans? Like he doesn't know if it's a him or he?
Oh, are you talking about the person we're watching on Idol? Why we have to watch it? It's his friend's kid,
Yeah,
and
it's-
it's a girl.
it's
Her
a
name
daughter.
is Paige Ann.
Paige Ann. Last night she was number 15 to vote. You'd 15 to the number. I don't know what she is tonight, but I will definitely tell you guys once they start. And then at 11 p.m. Eastern, you can vote for her 10 times. That'd be cool.
Oh, they only doing a short one tonight? Because last night was like 3 hours
It's 2 tonight. Yeah.
Oh,
7
okay.
to 9 our time. So it'll be on the
during the
bottom part of Raw. So I was hoping to make time go by quicker. And then I'll flip it over for us. She's out there, hopefully, if I can see it.
John Sparkling in the chat. Hey, John. Good to see you tonight. Says, what's up, guys? Not much.
Watching some Raw and some baseball. Watching the Orioles play the Red Sox.
Marshmallow says Kevin Owens and Sammy and Matt Bro versus Usos and Solo. Ravi says Colette was good. Only went to a pub to see a few mates. So he says maybe Triple H will announce that the draft rules are going to be this year. I heard Kevin Owens hurt his ankle at a live event. Piccolo says the Idol singer. Got it answered. You should have gotten that, hopefully.
Yeah.
Chris says apparently Zoe Starks is backstage on Raw.
And Katy Perry said that she made a mistake and that she's the best singer in her group.
That Katy Perry made the mistake of the nastiness that she spewed at her when she first, when she auditioned.
She's like, look, we made a mistake.
She was such a fucking bitch. Like, she was a fucking bitch to her. I get she's young, but fuck off, Katie. I fucking hate that cow.
There it is. There's the bell. It's official.
Robbie's like, so the draft, is it gonna work out? I don't know. Chris says, Uso get a jobber entrance. No fucking way. Chris says, oh shit, LWO using Eddie's intro theme, Viva La Raza. And Pico's like, yeah, I think Zoe's pretty decent, but she isn't going to make a big splash.
No, she's not anything. But she's physical.
I thought we'd seen Zoe Starks on the main roster before, and she went back to NXT. Yeah. I feel like she was up here for a minute.
I don't remember her, but she could have been.
Isn't she the short blonde-haired girl that she's like really built?
Yeah.
She's kind of, but she's feminine looking still.
Yeah. She's not the little one that looks like a dude. But yeah, she's strong, and that's what they need. They need somebody that can wrestle Charlotte and Bianca and Rhea. That's just not going to get beat up. And that's what they have a lot of. I think Sol Ruka could also be that girl.
Yeah.
Just her size, she's physically big and athletic. And as long as they keep her away from the gymnastics, obviously her finisher is a gymnastic move. I showed you that where she runs up the corner and then does that backflip thing.
Right.
But, yeah, she should be able to hang with the big girls too whenever they decide to bring her up. But she's really green.
Vindicator is like, so weird that Legato ditched their name just to be called LWO. They can still have both. Young Bucks keep their names while being a part of the elite. Again, WWE and their silly decisions.
Yeah. They do what they gotta.
Yeah. Robbie's like, go on, do you a fan of Katy Perry? Oh, I'm sorry, Robbie. Is she your favorite female artist of all time? Do you love her? Do you have posters everywhere of her? I bet you do. You seem like the type.
I like one of her songs, but I didn't know it was her song, but there is one that I like. But it was on a movie. It's that, you're hot, then you're cold.
Yep. Marcelo says, I didn't say that she didn't have okay songs here and there, but I think she's a terrible human.
Terrible.
Marcelo says, Los Puerto Rico. Yes.
That's what it's going to be.
Puerto Rican. Noche contra los Uso. Yeah? Do you think that Usos are going to like win their stuff back? Pico says, LOL, my ex-wife looks like Katy Perry mixed with Khloe Kardashian. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Picola, because they're, I don't know. I guess Chloe's okay looking. I mean, she's
which one's Chloe? Is that
she's
the
bigger,
sister?
oldest girl.
Well,
yeah,
she used to be big, but now she's small, right?
Yeah, for whatever.
She turned pretty all of a sudden, but yeah.
Yeah,
but the one that doesn't look like Kim.
Yeah, all the one that they all wear makeup to make themselves look a certain way, and they've gotten done how much work on their faces.
There's basically three of them. There's Kim, everybody knows. And then the one that doesn't look like Kim, and then the other one that kind of looks like Kim, and that's how you kind of know.
Courtney?
I don't know that one. You just said her name, so now I know it for a second, but that'll go away.
Right. They're weird. Sophie says, after the draft, hopefully we get new storylines and feuds from it. Chris says we need to bring Angel Garza out of catering for his LWO. Vindicator says, wonder if each big earth-rocking announcement will be sliding Roman through the AEW Forbidden Door. That's hilarious. And no.
In Canada.
Chinoso says Drew McIntyre needs to get a title chance against Gunther, a one-on-one match. So
yeah, they could go that route, or they could just put him in a heavyweight title feud.
Right.
would be the better way to go with him.
Sophie says reports are saying that the reason they changed King and Queen of the Ring to Night of Champions will be made clear after Backlash. Harley says watching Monday Night Raw and some playoff hockey. Nice.
Nothing wrong
Sophie
with
says
that.
I'm more of a Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera fan than a Katy Perry. Robbie says, D, I couldn't tell you what she does, unlike you. I couldn't tell you what she does either.
Who is she?
Katy Perry, I guess that's who
She's
Robbie's
a judge
talking
on
about.
American Idol. That's what I know because I saw her on there.
All I know is that she supposedly makes music, and now she's a judge on that American Idol. And the only reason why is because there's somebody on there that is a child of a friend that's actually on the show.
Yeah.
And that's the
top
only
20.
reason why
Hopefully,
any information is known.
she can make it into the top 12, and then all gloves are off.
Yeah. P. Cole's like, not that special. She's a has-been. Sophie says Friday is going to be interesting if you are an NFL and WWE fan with both drafts happening on the same day and time.
Yeah, but it's the second and third round. Who watches that? I watched the first round. I'll probably watch it this Thursday.
Yeah.
But
After that?
I don't care. I mean, I'll just read about it or something. And then the Saturday, nobody ever watched. Do you remember when it was on Saturday, the draft, and then they did the second half of the draft on Sunday? Nobody watched that anyway. So I doubt anybody's going to be watching Saturdays. Even though they have it on ABC. The whole draft's on ABC. So people that don't have cable can still watch it.
Right.
So it probably will get ratings.
True.
I don't know what else is happening on Saturday, but
I don't know.
in the day.
Pico says the black sheep, I thought. Chris says Baron Corbin, first round draft pick instead of Tozawa. Robbie says,
Maybe
I
the
don't watch
Belmont
reality
Stakes.
TV, right? Mush says, I want John Moxley to leave AEW and he can return to WWE and John Moxley can join the Bloodline. Rob is in the chat though. Hey, Rob, good to see you tonight. Says, I'm rewatching the Royal Rumble from 98 right now. The Rock came out and got 0 pop. Headbanger Mosh came out and got more of a pop than The Rock.
That's pretty funny. That was a long time ago.
Pickle says better chance of bringing Rikishi to AEW, right? Sophie says, I like 1 or 2 songs of Katy Perry. Erika says, what are we talking about? Wrestling?
I have a buddy and his daughter is on American Idol. That's the Paige Ann.
We're talking about that a little bit. We're talking about
The
wrestling that's happening
LWO,
right now.
And that's about it. 2 and The Rock not getting a pop in 98.
Yes, and we're also talking about a little bit about... Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he nailed the ump.
What the fuck is the ump doing in the goddamn way in the first place?
He has to be. He's got to be on the field. She hit him right in the ass.
Nice. What a fuckhead. So in all reality, he probably fucked them over for getting that run out. What a dipshit.
You have to know they're out there.
Nope. I don't care. Your ass shouldn't be right there anyways. He should have gone the other way. Why did he go in? What a dumb ump.
Drop kick right there
He
to
should be
Jey
fired.
Uso. Now going back up top. Another Phantasma. I don't know what that move. That was like a cheating 360 there. 2 and Jey Uso with the save.
Let's see. Pickle's like, once I get cleaned up, we can play a game for a bit. Better than talking about Robbie's Katy Perry issue. Sophie says Goldberg wants like a retirement tour. Robbie says, I don't know who this Chloe person is to care. Vindicator says Goldberg is irrelevant. And Pickle says, gonna hop in the shower. See you in about 20. Don't forget to go for your run, too. And your Wi-Fi's probably out. Just kidding. Chris says, apparently Miro is signed to AEW for 4 years until 26.
Well, that's good for him.
Sophie says,
Did the
NFL draft always happen in 3 days?
No, it used to be 2. It used to start Saturday morning, and it was like the first 3 rounds, I believe, and then Sunday they would start the second half.
Vindicator's like, don't slip pee Coca-Cola.
Oh,
LOL.
he ran right into a spike.
Picola says, did the big fight happen? What's the big fight?
Yeah, Garcia and Tank Davis on Saturday, if that's what you're talking about.
Sophie says, I played a little bit of Hogwarts Legacy yesterday.
Oh,
yeah?
did you
got
enjoy
that? You got that game?
Do you have the PS5 or do you have the Xbox X?
Vindicator says, no, Picola. Illa is not here to fight with Robbie tonight, sadly. Sophie says they're hyping this big announcement from Triple H as a big thing like last time he was on Raw. Chris says, Travis, did you watch the Danny Garcia or whatever boxing fight?
I did.
Yeah.
was very, very disappointed in it.
Daniel Garcia did not live up to his return hype.
Was it? I just feel like there was something fishy going on.
Well, with
You can't
Floyd
jump
Mayweather
up-
being involved, it totally makes me feel like something
You
fishy.
just can't get up at 10 and be 100% fine. Like, it would be different if you were still hurting for a minute after, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But not just the 10 seconds and then you're fine. Like,
Yeah.
100% fine.
Ayla says, Ravi, do I need to fight you? And Sophie says, why do all major sports draft last like 2 or 3 days?
Because it's a big deal.
Lot of people and it's a
Baseball
big deal.
is a long, long draft. Because you got to bring in, 1,000 kids.
Vindicator's like, LOL, where did you come from, you lurker? Ravi's like, Ayla boxing, and Ayla's laughing. And Sophie says, I got the Hogwarts Legacy from Gamefly. And Chris says, Daniel Garcia, Ryan Garcia, same difference. Ravi says, what a pointless tag match. It was a 6-man match.
Yeah.
Not sure how much tagging was involved.
Not a lot. This LWO or Phantasma or whatever you want to call them is terrible. They need to go away. Why do you even bring a group like that to the main roster if you're just going to...
Treat them like garbage?
I mean, absolutely. Like, they're retribution
Almost.
in the day. No, not almost. They don't win.
Well, I think they would have had him go against Hit Row, but they got rid of them. So
Hit Rose gone?
haven't seen him.
There's Bianca. Esther.
She the one that's pregnant, or is that a different lady?
I don't know. She sure looks pregnant, but no, it's a different lady.
Oh,
I mean,
Kelly.
Kelly. She's not on the roster. Like,
Oh, okay.
She's a veteran. Oh Lord, these Boston infielders are not very good.
Well, if I had umps getting in my way, I don't think I could be very good either. Look, he dropped it. He's like, oh no, I dropped the ball.
Nobody cares about Io Sky.
Wow. Wow. Whoa.
Do it. Then you don't have to worry about doing it at Backlash. Oh, 6-man tag team match. Esther's got to find 2 partners. Io's upset because she wanted to do one-on-one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that didn't happen. Sophie says, imagine if the WWE copied how all the major sports did their draft by doing it like 4 or 5 days. That'd be great. Mush says Roman Reigns will help Usos to beat Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the title with a double spear.
Let's be honest, the difference between WWE is it's 2 teams picking.
Yes.
And every other place has either 30 or 32 teams picking.
True.
And each one of those teams has a 10-minute time limit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in the first round it's 15. So that takes some time.
Yes. So he says, wonder when Roman will show back up on WWE TV to set up whatever his next feud is. Vindicator says, Travis, Aaron Rodgers got traded to your favorite city of New York today. LOL, it's like a Tom Brady all over again, except Aaron won't win a championship.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. The Jets probably didn't get any better. I seen that, by the way, but I already thought it had happened, like, months ago.
Right.
We had already talked about it.
I thought we talked about it too, so
I
I'm
thought
like,
it was
what?
a done deal. So when I read it today, I was like, oh, so they finally just did it officially?
Guess so.
The Jets. Well, I don't know why. Like, I don't know. Silliness.
Sophie says it looks like Lita won't be on WWE television for a while. Oh yeah, she broken. Chris says Kai is wearing Gigi Dolan gear. Vindicator says they gotta stop having Asuka and Io speak Japanese all the time. People can't get into that style of promo.
Yeah, but you can't get them to try to talk English. It obviously sounds better if they're speaking their native tongue. At least she doesn't look like she's stuttering over her own words.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you, I mean, what are you going to do? Get a translator? I don't know how you book the Japanese wrestlers.
Robbie says Estelle what a bozo. Sophie says they are slowly setting up a breakup of Damage Control with every week. And Sophie also says that Aaron Rodgers was retired. Jay White almost went to the WWE, but they turned him down.
Yeah, I'm sure they didn't.
I couldn't imagine why they turned him down, considering what we saw in AEW and what they did.
He's a mid-low carder on AEW. Where's he going to fit in WWE? I mean, obviously Triple H kind of pushes some of those lower level guys, but what's he going to do? They don't have room for him. Is he going to wrestle Johnny Gargano every week? Bronson Reed?
Mm-hmm.
Dexter Lumis? Whatever happened to Tommaso Ciampa, or whatever, however you say his name?
What happened to him? Where'd he go?
He disappeared. Remember, he was backing up the Miz for a minute, and then he just disappeared. He probably got hurt again, but we just don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or he called it quits, and we just didn't hear about it. To me, that's weird. But there's another guy he could wrestle. Would be like a Ciampa type. Santos Escobar. B-Fab.
Yes. Chris says Io said $5 BJ. Okay, that's super fucked up. They also dropped the ball with Nick Aldis. No, he's in Impact, but at least he's with his wife.
Who's his wife? That'd be an interesting one. I didn't know he was married.
Sophie says right now the WWE is still working the same way until the Endeavor deal ends in a few months. And Robbie says NXT doesn't push stars, does it?
NXT? I don't know what they do. Right now, it's kind of a harder watch, but there are some good talent there. Or are they talking about AEW?
NXT doesn't push stars, does it? Robbie just said that. That's it. That's all there is to it.
I'm sure they have in the past. I mean, Charlotte got pushed a little bit down there. Sasha was pushed pretty hard down there. Shayna Baszler was, which was very weird, so I see where he's coming from. But they did put the title on Rhea after a year of trying to get it from her. My hand of business like we always do.
Chris and Harley are telling you it is Mickie James is his wife.
Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. Look at this.
Ooh.
Jey Uso.
Sophie says
Sammy
the
Uso
WWE
in the
dropped
back.
the ball on a lot of free agents that are out there. Chris says, well, Tiff Stratton will become a star. So I wonder why they didn't do the draft the night after Mania. Mush says Seth Rollins will beat Omos with a stomp and a super kick.
Did somebody just say Trish Stratus will become a star?
Tiffany Stratton.
Oh. I think she has the opportunity to be one, yes. She has true potential. Especially after her upgrades when she was gone this last time. Whatever it is, it's not going to be good. Sammy's still looking out for Jay.
I love you, bro.
Because I love you, bro. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Like it or not, I made my choice too.
But I love you, bro. Give made the right choice. Mm.
Oh, Trish Stratus. And the puppies. It's like that Winchester or whatever dog show.
A joke. So he
No,
says,
or
the puppies. Sophie says, I bet they will call up a lot of NXT talent that aren't ready for the main roster. Yep. Larry T is in the chat. Hey, Larry T. CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk. Yeah.
Old Punk. We didn't
It's
see
because
him.
they're in Chicago, and that's what they want everybody to think, right? Chris says, all these creepy pep talks from Jay and Sammy. Sophie says, have you noticed the looks Jay Uso gives Sammy every time Sammy says something truthful? Larry T says Punk was backstage and asked to leave by security. And Sophie says, do you think they will change announcers during the draft like they have done in previous drafts?
I feel like they have to, right? You can't just have one person drafting. That's why I think the announcement tonight might be something to do with like GMs or...
Piccolo says, something. Oh, hey, she's on Idol. Who is? Who's on Idol? Larry T's like, or Big E. John Sparkland in the chat. Hey, John says those puppies are worth every penny.
Oh, boy.
Harley says they were never bros. Remember, he never trusted him to begin. Walter says, hey, Travis and Daff, see you at 9:05. Still good Raw. All right, Walter, we'll see you in about 25 minutes.
You are a bunch of childhood fantasies for some boys. You're not Sable, but...
Pico says your front page. Oh.
Yeah. It's my buddy's daughter.
But yeah. On right now?
I think it... Well, in the East, they might start early. I don't know how they do it. I don't know if it's live for us or live... Because East always does everything live.
Right. Sophie says, do you think we might get Trish versus Lita before we get Trish versus Becky? I don't know. Somebody earlier said that Lita's out. And she might not come back. So maybe she got hurt. I don't know.
She got jumped. They wrote her off. But I'm thriving. Becky, not so much.
Pickle says it's live on his end. Maybe we better check.
Yeah.
Robbie says Trish does deserve a slap more than one.
I mean, I looked it up last night and it said 7, so it's probably just late for us.
Larry T says also another rumor is Raw is changing back to 2 hours and giving SmackDown the 3 hours for a trial period. Also, Raw might be changing to Paramount Network because of UFC or to channel NBC. Interesting.
Lots of fun.
Lots of rumors.
I mean, obviously, that's not going to be discussed on Raw. That's not going to be Raw's discussion.
Chris says Tiff Stratton and Trish scissoring time. Ooh, really fun. Oh, look, Johnny Fair in the chat. Hey, Johnny, nice to see you in our chat. Thanks for joining us tonight for watching Raw. Johnny Fair.
Like a fair?
Yeah, like a fair, as in like circus-y type stuff. Yeah. Anyways. This chick just stuffing her face, laughing faces. Y'all are horrible at this. Just horrible. Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, subscribe, hang out
it's
with
like
us.
The best thing ever.
Introduce yourself to people in the chat. We're going to be cutting it down to 12. So, yeah, if you're already watching it on the East Coast, because it's probably live for people on the East Coast, vote for Paige.
But if that's the case, why can they vote before you can then?
No, it would be still 11 there. I would assume. I tried to vote last night early and it, like even 5 minutes early, and it said no. It said no.
Larry T says Roman gets stripped of titles. LOL. Oh, yeah. Women come first in my book. Chris says ASMR eating. LOL. Sure, Chris.
In Japan, men come first, women come second. Or sometimes not at all.
So funny. Robbie's like, T loves to stuff her face. Yes, because food is good. Piccolo says, Larry, how
Part
did
of
you
the
get
appeal.
into wrestling gossip? It's just unbelievable how you word vomit at all the great silly goss. Vindicator says Trisha's hair will get more attention than her promos at this point. Still one of my faves, though. I'll just overlook this Mercy storyline they were putting her through
Right.
just to give Becky something to do.
Yeah, I want to watch it live.
Right?
I'm like,
Larry T's like, I love the block button. Chris says my finishing move is now the Snoop Dogg people's elbow. Nice.
the greatest move ever, WrestleMania history.
Harley says this channel is awesome. You guys are the best. Thanks,
Yeah.
Harley. Appreciate it. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Wasn't this last weekend your celebration for your kidney transplant? How'd your celebration go? Or was that last weekend? I didn't think it was this weekend.
I thought it was this weekend.
I thought it was this weekend.
But I could be wrong.
Silly. So that's kind of crazy that,
That it would be live somewhere else.
yeah,
faster.
that's just weird that it would be live.
I mean, I guess I could shoot Kobe a tag.
Oh. Oh, Larry T says, or hence The Rock in the announcement. Maybe it's The Rock, right? He
Right?
goes like, I enjoy giving and receiving a good stink facer now and then.
Right? Like maybe from Tony Storm. Get the old stink face. The old pink eye.
Mm-hmm.
An Anna J pink eye would be nice. Murder. Anyways, it is a wrestling commercial. I'm watching some baseball over on the other TV. Or picture in picture on my side. They're not doing a lot of pip, are they, on here?
Mm-mm.
I noticed that.
Nope. We haven't had a lot of matches yet in this first hour. What, 2?
Race to Survive Alaska.
Vinegar says, Travis, do you think the WWE Universe can handle if Triple H announcement was Roman relinquishing the belts to Solo since he was the reason Roman still carries it and Solo actually shows up to work?
Okay, yeah. Not happening. But, I mean, obviously there could be a relinquishment, but that would be weird.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that would be Roman making an announcement. But, I mean, obviously they can combine those two titles. Did I miss this?
I didn't see any of this come down, but the Street Profits against Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, the Hurt Biz.
This is weird and different. Wonder if they're like got some people that couldn't show up tonight or something. This is different.
Holy crap. It's a lot of rating.
Did you get it?
It's like a chalkboard.
Yeah.
I will not
Don't-
talk.
Don't press the black button in the middle at
I
the
know.
top,
Really?
though. And you can't erase anything, so if you make a mistake.
I know. That's why I got to be careful.
Sophie says there's a lot of rumored NXT call-ups in the draft. Some I find surprising and random. Robbie says the WWE Universe would have a meltdown if Roman had to give up the titles. Harley says it was the 22nd and it went great. Oh, fantastic, hon. Well,
Boom.
I'm so glad that you had such a good party. Congratulations. That's pretty awesome.
That was what, Saturday?
Yeah.
22nd?
Yep. Larry T says, how's dinner, y'all? We just got done eating red lobster. It was my twin daughter's 13th P-Day today. God, I'm getting old.
Holy crap, that's awesome and terrifying.
Right?
You got like 2 more years apiece. You got 2 of them at the same time coming into 15.
Well, considering that I have a full-time job, and when I get off my full-time job to come to here, I hardly have any time to actually have dinner. Hence why I stuff my face when I'm on here. My corn that I'm having for my dinner is delicious.
It's grass.
Harley says, yep, my kidney transplant anniversary was nice. Brandon's in the chat. Hey, Brandon, good to see you. Says, hey. Robbie says, is every match a tag match? I don't know, but they've had a lot of them tonight.
And this is our second match so far. So
Third.
Oh, I missed one.
I thought we had 3. Did we not?
The Usos
oh, maybe
and
it was just the
LWO.
Usos. Why did I think we had 2 in the first hour? Guess this is the second one.
I mean, Finn was out there with Cody for a while. And then Esther and Bailey in the back. And then Sammy and Jay in the back. That's it. Holy crap.
Damn.
Street Profits
The Street
made
Profits
short
gave
work.
him a big win over
The Hurt
Cedric
Business.
and Shelton Benjamin, huh? Damn. Ouch.
What time was it? 217.
Sophie says Joe Gacy is one of the rumored NXT call-ups. Larry T is LOL. And Chris says Hurt Business. Chris says, LOL. I thought you said my titty transplant. Well, you know.
Teddy.
Vindicator says John Wayne Gacy has a better chance of being a big deal than Joe Gacy. Brandon's like, how's
He already
y'all's
kind of
night?
was a big deal.
He was a big deal. He murdered people.
Lots of children.
Had
Like,
a business and
30
dressed up
plus.
like a clown. He was an interesting dude.
But he would do the pointy. So when you do clown, you don't do pointy. You have to do rounded edges. But he did pointy to terrify children. They should have known. Any clown that does pointy makeup, 0 killing. Bodies in the cellar. Or crawl space. Well, that's Tiffany. Tiffany in her Baywatch bikini. Or not bikini, but suit. When are they doing their pay-per-view?
Maybe this is the thing for it.
Oh, no, it's just on Tuesday. It's just spring breaking. Was that hot enough for you?
I thought that it was supposed to be like a pay-per-view, though.
Up next, Triple H is going to rock the foundation of the WWE.
Rocket.
Maybe they're going to blow up the building.
That's terrible.
Their old building. Well, they moved. They changed buildings.
Larry
Those
T says, hey,
Dynamite
Harley,
Girls
it's
building.
coming up on my 1 year. Sophie says, remember when they were teasing a Hurt Business reunion? That storyline got dropped out of nowhere. Robbie says, D, ever so eloquent with her eating. Thanks, Robbie. Vindicator says, so a 3-hour show just made time for a meaningless tag squash match. Such world-class booking and time management.
I know. We've had 11 minutes of wrestling in 55 minutes of television. And I'm okay with storylines, but you got to do a little bit more in the ring.
Larry T says, up next, Sophie says, wonder how many tag teams they will break up during this draft. Larry T says, CM Punk. And Vindicator says, yeah, watched John Wayne's story on Very Scary People today.
Yeah, it's an interesting story. I've watched the whole thing on him. I don't remember how or why or whatever, but you know, like what network it was on, like A&E.
I don't remember where it was on either, but I watched it with you.
Yeah, it was a.
It was a really in-depth one too, because it was like different parts.
4-part or something. Very interesting. He was a monster.
Yeah. Robbie says, Vin, but you're enjoying it. Harley says, well, happy birthday to your daughters. Chris says, spring break just got hotter and harder, baby. Ew.
Ew.
Sophie says, if Joe Gacy does get called up to the main roster, what does that mean for The Rock's daughter? And Chris says, sexy Tiffany in one-piece outfit. Rewind, pause. Pico says, okay, let's play a game until we're bored of the 3rd hour. Larry T says, hit your record button. Sophie says, Vince did change most of the show. Who knows how much he changed, though.
No idea. I literally have no idea. What would that be? Is it 5? Or is it 8? It's not the voice, is it? So it is 8. This one. And then switch. Cool. Anyways, if you guys are just joining us, I do have a buddy and his daughter is on American Idol. So, I need you guys to vote after the show tonight. After Raw. So once Raw's off the air, then you can vote. I literally had to hold Brett's phone in my hand and show him how to do it.
I'm sorry.
Him and my mom couldn't do it. They tried last night, but they couldn't figure out how to text to a non-phone number. I'm like, it is.
You just put the number in there and click text and go for it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Brett's like, I tried, man. I tried for like a half hour. My mom said the same thing. I text her at like 10:40, and at 11:30, she finally was like, I can't. I've tried. So she spent 40 minutes trying to figure it out.
That's funny.
She was even calling the phone number, like,
oh god,
trying to figure out.
And are you Cody in the chat? Hey Cody, good to see you. Says, hey guys, thoughts on CM Punk may be there. I highly doubt he is, just because they are in Chicago. Don't mean CM Punk will be there.
Exactly.
Cody, according to people earlier, he was there and he got kicked out. So who knows?
All right. Hopefully you guys are holding on because
parts.
Triple H is going to break the foundation.
4 parts. I didn't think he was that notorious. Hassan says, hi there, guys. How was your weekend on Earth Day? Pretty good. How about you?
He's just not as popular as Dahmer and the... what was the other guy's name? Dahmer ate people. The other one.
The pretty boy that murdered all the girls.
How do I not know his name? My mom had a huge crush on him. What the fuck? Anyways, the biggest serial killer ever. Can't think of his goddamn name. Dahmer. No, Dahmer's the eater.
He's the one that changed the way the FBI looked at finding out serial killers.
Right, worked with him.
Let's see. Larry's like, May 19th, my B-Day, and Fast 10, been on this earth for 30 years. Nice.
Boom. Getting up there.
Sophie says, do you think they will try to bring back single brand pay-per-views again?
No.
Ted Bundy. Yes, Piccolo. That's the one. Let's see. Robbie says, never watched American Idol. I never watched either, Robbie, until now, I guess.
Trust me. Me neither.
Couldn't watch it last night either. It was terrible. Piccolo says, the Spotify monthly followers. I will give 2 music artists, and you can tell me who has more followers.
Oh, that's a fun game.
Larry Teddy says, here we go. Chris says, yeah, John Wayne Gacy. But have you heard of the burger killer Joe Metheny?
No.
No.
I mean, I've heard of quite a few of them lately, too, but I don't know. All right, anyways, I got to listen to this a little bit. I mean, I don't have to listen that close. You could still read stuff, but...
John Cena.
He's talking about WrestleMania 22.
Ooh, he can insure it, huh?
What's he going to do? He's talking about Roman Reigns.
He's talking about the Roman. He's talking about his 1,000 days stuff.
Only on one belt, though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really count.
It's not unheard of. He's talking about how Roman's defeated the championship against the Who's Who. I'm so glad he's licking his butthole over this.
I also feel like it's lack of competition more than how great he is.
Yeah, I don't think he's that great. Him trying to say in the last 30 years there wasn't one guy who could hang with him.
He said there's few.
Basically nobody. Of course they did.
Triple H gonna take it. Well, it's a belt, maybe.
emphasis after
There
AJ.
it is, guys. He's going to take one of the belts, I think, or he's going to bring out another belt. But there's a belt happening here.
Yeah.
That's what this is about.
Need more champions.
All right. So what's he going to do?
gonna
Add a
change
belt or take a belt? Then the other belt's going to be only that belt. Then, okay, so they're adding a belt, it looks like. There you go.
So that's how they're gonna make it, so that he kept the titles for that long, and they're gonna call it that. That's dumb.
There it is, May 27th. There's going to be a new. Okay, it's kind of goofy looking, but there is a new World Heavyweight Championship coming on Night of the Champions, guys, for whatever brand that Roman Reigns is not on.
So it's gonna be Raw because
So
he's
Roman
on
needs to
SmackDown.
go after this title to unify him.
Right. You're weird.
Unify the belts, Roman. You're nothing without
You should
the
win that
heavyweight.
one too. Huh.
So they tried to go with the old gold. So
Yeah.
that's like the Ric Flair belt, but they've got the WWE signal in the middle of it.
The heavyweight one.
They're going to put it on fucking Cody. That would be dumb. That would hurt Cody
Oh yeah.
because he didn't beat
Anybody to do it.
the champion.
Yeah. He's gonna earn it, whoever it is.
But by not beating the tribal chief.
By not beating the tribal chief. It's weird. Chris says, yeah, John Wayne Gacy would have a bigger than now forever. Larry T says, Pico's like, Benny, Robbie says Triple H. What's he gonna say? He announced the new heavyweight world championship title, and that whatever place Roman goes to, he's keeping that championship with him. So I don't know if they're gonna separate those belts, keep them separated, or if they're gonna make him a new belt.
Probably end up being just one belt.
Hassan says, my weekend was good on Saturday night, special night, watching Rampage and movies on Netflix and Peacock, and it was good. Fantastic, Hassan. We watched boxing on that night instead. Robbie says, I don't care for reality music shows. Neither do I. Larry T says he's retiring. Sophie says, this sounds like what he did the last time he was on Raw. Pico says, let me wait till Trips finishes his speech. Walter says, okay, back. WWE Raw still going. Larry T's like, oh shit, lol. Walter's like, Roman, okay. Chris like, we need big gold belt. Got it. You got a big gold belt.
There's your big gold belt.
Robbie
That's the
says,
old one shape.
Triple H with a lot of waffle. Just get on with it. People's like, put some respect on the tribal chief. Walter says, okay, at 9:15 I'll be going, but I'll be here Wednesday. Larry T says he's stripping him. Nope. Didn't happen. Pico says, I would pop about 2 or 3. Chris says San Martino was the last standard. Past standard. Punk was standard in 12 to 13. Gunther was UK standard and technically still is. But now Reigns is the current day. Walter says new belt. John Sparkling is splitting the belts up. Nope, no splitting. Robbie says, oh, WWE giving you more. Is this a joke? Yes, it's a big joke. Chris says, oh my God, that is fucking atrocious. What the fuck is that? That's not a big gold belt. It's a hideous one that people really seem to like.
I mean, it looks really similar to the original, but it's obviously not the original. It's all right. Here's number 2, it looks like. Or is this somebody that's already famous?
I don't know who this is.
I don't know any professional musicians anymore, so.
Well, usually they pop their stupid names and stuff up there too, so usually they tell you who it is. Chris says, oh my God, this is fucking atrocious. Oh, Robbie says another belt for Roman. And Vindicator says, I admit that title belt looks sleek and beautiful, no longer with that big goofy W on it. Harley says, they put that title on Cody, and then Cody Rhodes bases Roman Reigns at SummerSlam for winner takes all.
Can you imagine them? Like, obviously, the whole point was to
Separate
them,
it.
and then they do it to unify
Yeah,
it.
he's a singer. This is Michael Williams or whatever.
So he's a professional. Like,
No.
he has an album.
No, he's,
Oh, no, he's one
a
of them?
contestant.
Oh, okay.
Larry T says Cena gets his 17th title. Walter says, no, Champions pay-per-view. Okay, looking forward to it. Sophie says, sir, we are going to have 3 world championships floating around. No. They're going to take whatever Roman has and make it one thing. Sophie says, so whichever brand Roman gets drafted to, he can appear on the other brand. Maybe not. Larry T says, blame that. Actually, what it means, Sophie, is that whatever he gets drafted to means that he is not the champion of the other place anymore.
Right. So if he goes to SmackDown, then Raw is going to have that belt.
Yeah.
If he goes to Raw, then SmackDown's going to have that belt.
Yeah. Larry T's like, blame Vince. Robbie's like, D, you're invested in this new gold belt, so it's all good, am I? Sophie says, what are the chances that they will give Roman that championship as well? You know what's funny about it, Robbie, is I took one look at it, thought how ugly it was, and you can't even tell what it says on it because it's just so
engraved.
blah.
It's all one. It's fine, though. It looks like the old Ric Flair belt.
It's like weird. Marshmallow says Roman Reigns need 3 belts, 3 titles.
That's what I was just saying.
Chris says, well, if they get rid of the W, it would look decent. Sophie's like, but does he still reach 1,000 days then? Yes, Sophie. He will still reach 1,000
easy
days.
now. He could be champion for another 200, 300 days now.
Chris says, LA Knight, Gunther, Cross, Balor will need that title. What is that?
Kids outside talking.
Jermaine Trevino in the chat. Hey, Jermaine says Roman doesn't need another title. What?
I was
Oh,
kidding.
really?
But that's funny shit. Like, well, now Roman needs that title to become the true champion again. Because he's only been the true champion for a little over a year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you go by, right? You can't do the whole 1,000-day thing because he didn't have both belts. When all those other guys did it for 1,000 days, they were the only champion on their roster, world champion.
It's true.
And so he's only been the undisputed champion for
3
a year.
Yeah.
And so that's all that counts. The other 600 plus days
Means nothing.
I mean, you can give him some glory if you want, but he's just half a champion the other 600 days.
So the only thing that he's had for 1,000 days is the SmackDown Championship. He's had that for 1,000 days.
I think it was the Raw.
Or the Raw. Whatever one that he had.
Because he got the title from The Fiend and Braun on SmackDown, I think. I can't remember.
Larry T says basically Roman will never lose the title, which is stupid.
Right.
And Robbie says Roman is boring as F. And Sophie says with this new championship, at least the main inventors of whatever brand get something to fight over. And Jermaine says give Solo that title if anything. And Piccolo says it's an asterisk.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, the other part about it is the bloodline's all going with Roman when the draft happens. They're not going to split the bloodline up. It's too hot.
Right.
And so none of them are getting that title until the bloodline story ends or there's another draft.
Mm-mm.
Bag boys, what you gonna do when we bring your food?
That's silly. Vinicure says, I just realized this announcement just made all the Cody buildup from last year up till Mania incredibly worthless. Just washed it down the drain. Exactly.
Yeah, and I mean...
And then if he wins it, even more...
Who's going to win that tournament, and how long can the tournament possibly be if they're doing it on the 27th?
Of May.
It's weird. Like, and the draft is what? So they could start the first round of it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, wherever Roman goes. Roman will probably get drafted on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So he either goes to SmackDown or Raw. I'm going to say he's going to SmackDown.
Right. Sophie says, I wonder if they will do that sort of treatment for the men's tag team championship. Larry T says The Rock need to beat Reigns. Pico's like, so true, Vin.
I wouldn't be surprised if they split the tag team titles up Friday.
Yeah.
And I mean like in the match. Like somehow there's some sort of funky ending. So they don't do the exact same announcement. Like, hey, we're going to strip them of the title.
Right. Cody says, is it true about the rumor that the Bloodline has a spy, a.k.a. Solo? He was sent by The Rock. Is that story true?
Well, it's not a story yet.
I don't know, is
But
it?
it could be a story. We haven't seen it. I mean,
Could
called
be something.
what do you call that? Fodder. That's like
fodder.
fans make it up.
Vindicator says he won't get the same respect for not following through to defeat the chief of non-existent tribes.
Yeah, if Cody wins it, it hurts him.
Yeah, totally does. Like, they fucked him over
So
with
they
that
have
shit.
to have somebody else win that, and Cody has to beat them. So basically, like, Brock has to win that, or Seth, or somebody. But who else do they have? That's their 4 guys. They got Roman, they've got Brock, they got Seth, and they got Cody as their top guys.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they could always put it on this fat guy.
Right?
Put it on Bronson.
Gross.
Let him have it for 1,000 days.
Sophie says we don't know how many men will be a part of this tournament. Pico says rumors and innuendo. Sophie says I'm surprised Triple H didn't make an announcement about the tag team championship since those championships have been together for a year. Vindicator says people working overtime at the rumor mill tonight. And NRU Cody says how funny would it be if Roman loses at a house show?
Yeah, that obviously not gonna happen, but that would be great. You know, Ric Flair lost one of his titles one time in Japan on like a Friday and won it back on Sunday and then flew back to the States. But he did lose it. But that doesn't count. They didn't count it as a loss and a regain.
Right.
That's why he's 16 times. That's why he says he's the 21-time champion. Jay's thinking. She's all dressed like a Greek goddess.
You know what she looks like? She looks like Christmas wrapping paper.
From Greek times.
No. Jermaine Trevino says Rhea wants to fight Solo. Oh, yeah? That's funny.
She does, too. She, like, follows him around and, like, stalks him a little bit. It's kind of creepy.
Pico says, I hear that the ghost of Harley Race is entering the tourney. Sophie says, so with that championship announcement, it kind of spoiled what brand could get that championship. Sophie says Bob Backlund also lost his championship at a house show. And Robbie says, Reed, what a lame promo.
Terrible. Vignette, whatever it is. Then you got to deal with that guy behind you.
I said, what if not? We aren't going to win. I said, what if we don't? Then what? They're gonna do it. We're gonna win for the bloodline and win for the tribal chief. Well, I want to win for myself, bitch. That's who I want to win for. Me. Me.
Me.
Me and me alone.
Very selfish Jey Uso.
Yeah, he is. So selfie.
Trying to tear down the bloodline all by himself.
So he's like, wonder why they announced the championship tonight instead of waiting until Friday to make this announcement.
Okay, Esther's coming out by herself right now. Who's she going to have as her members, her
I don't know.
teammates?
Raquel and Liv.
Ugh, fuck.
Pico's like, poor Sammy, just a side piece, oos. And Robbie says, the bloody line's so boring. Yeah, boring.
Rack Rod. D got it.
Told you. That's
All right, here comes Rack Rod. Teaming up with Esther.
Chris says Kai looking so good. And Sophie says there's a rumor that once Biggie is back, he will be in a feud with Gunther. That's a good feud. We'll see how that works out for a guy with a broken neck.
That's pretty physical. Rack Rod, Liv Morgan, and Esther teaming up against Bailey and the Riff Raff tonight.
Robbie's like, Raquel and Liv and Esta, I would rather eat my vomit. Jermaine says, what's happening with Bailey? Her hair poof is on top of her
She's
head?
just turning on her teammates.
Pico says another Dakota and Raquel reunion. And now Remember when they used to be together, like Liv and her? It's like a repeat session, and they were tag team title winners
In
NXT.
Yeah.
Sophie says maybe the mid-card championships will switch brands in the draft like they normally do.
Yeah, the rumor is Theory will go to SmackDown. Oh, I thought that guy didn't have a shirt on. He was fat. Well, that's 3 now. There's only 12 going through.
They get
This
to
guy's
go?
actually pretty good, though.
Oh, so they're just doing the people that actually won?
Yeah, it'll be the 12 that they're putting through.
Oh. Huh.
All right.
Anyways,
Io
Walter says
and
bye,
Esther
guys. See you Wednesday for AEW.
locking horns.
Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us. Ravi says Esther gonna win fixed.
Like 2
See
heifers.
you later, Walter. Piccola says, and Vindicator says, Travis.
What?
I told you my baby Liv is popular. They can't keep her off TV now. She's a true workhorse, unlike Mr. Reigns.
Yeah, it's all right.
Jimmy
People
Chong.
just get sick of her. Although she has something that Roman doesn't have, and that's sex appeal.
Chimichangas in the chat. Hey, Chimmy says Liv's boots is already untied. Are
No
they?
way.
Not surprising.
She like untied him in the back.
Robbie's like, oh, this match made Walter leave Raw. Marshmallow says Roman Reigns will be tournament. Pico says I would be surprised Jobber Control.
Hey, just
will
letting you
ever win a
know,
match.
if Gunther goes to Raw, he could be the world champion when it's all said and done and the dust settles.
Jermaine says Austin Theory's punk.
Do you think that they unify a belt immediately after it goes to the others? So Walter wins the championship and he has both? When they just separated belts?
That's funny.
That would be funny as shit.
So he says, but if Cody wins the championship, then we won't be able to get that Roman Cody rematch.
Yeah, not until Survivor Series or where they can do like a
Supposedly,
brand.
the Roman doesn't want it anyways, so I don't know how that's going to
Ooh.
work out for you guys.
Is she singing? No, 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 no. That's what it sounded like.
Oh.
No, 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 no.
That's funny.
Dakota's trying to get out of the ring. Whoa. Bailey just slammed herself. No shit. That was hilarious. Bailey literally just slammed herself on the ground.
That's funny.
I'll show it'll be
Yeah.
in a minute. That is freaking hilarious. Did you guys see that? She was leaning over to tag in and just fell over the top rope. So Dakota watched Bailey here. So she crawls out of the ring. Now watch Bailey. Watch her. The referee got to check on her.
She fell.
She fucking fell.
She fell in there. What a dork.
Oh, that's hilarious.
What a dorcas.
She's okay, the referee. That's embarrassing.
She's like, I don't know what happened to me. I was so excited to get in here. Pickle says I would be surprised Jobber Control ever win a match. Jermaine says Austin Theory's a punk. Oh. Sorry, guys. Robbie says 3 hours of Raw for this. And Pico's like, I sent it. I seen it. Oh, I seen it. Pico says Bailey is concussed for real. Yeah. But how'd she get concussed?
If she was concussed, they would have walked her out or something, right?
Right.
I mean, what a weirdo. Like, how long you been doing this?
Right.
She's like a veteran. She's been around for like 10 years. Oh, that girl looks nervous as fuck.
Right? If it hadn't been for love, the Still Drivers, wherever the fuck that is.
Yeah, it's probably an old country song or something.
Chris says, watch Solo win the belt and hand over title to Roman. Bravi says, is the baseball good tonight? I don't know.
Watching American
we
Idol
have
now.
Idol on now. We got to see if the friend's daughter goes through for this round.
Paige. Her name's Paige Ann.
I don't see why she shouldn't, but...
Well, America voted.
I know.
So if the judges would have voted, she would have.
Yeah.
But so now it's America.
Chimmy says, new title for LA Knight. Yeah. Is it?
Let me talk to you. Ah, the crowd would go nuts. They'll bring up Braun Breaker and he'll win it.
Right.
I'll be your new champion. People will be like, am I supposed to cheer?
I don't know what's happening.
He
Well, I
comes
was like,
out
oh,
and they're like,
just-
Braun Steiner or something. And they're like, oh, okay. I know the Steiners. Then he'd get a huge pop. Especially if he came out with Scott and his dad. Like all three of them.
Right.
Then you'd get a huge pop. You could ride the coattails. That's what Roman does. I mean, the Usos, they
That's
all
what they
ride
do.
the coattails.
Yep.
He might as well do the same thing.
Might as well.
Come out
Robbie,
with big Papa Pump.
Robbie says, LOL, couldn't you just DVR the lame singing show? Why,
but
when it's
then-
on right now?
But I could just watch it live.
Chris says Roman keeps Universal hands WWE title to Jay. Solo gets new title. Chris says also Gunther would look great with that title. Piccolo says, by the way, the Twitch I watch all the time over the weekend, she bought a kiddie pool and filled it up with milk and cereal and waded in it and ate some of it for the content.
That's so great. We used to do those parties all the time. By the way, we had like noodle wrestling and jello wrestling and cereal wrestling. I'm trying to think what else we did in there.
Santa Fire is in the chat. Hey, Santa Fire says hi.
Hey, boss.
Hello. How's it going? How are
Good
you
to see you in
tonight?
here. Are you watching this? Bailey and the Riff Raff taking on Rack Rod,
Oh.
Liv, and Esther.
Kai broke Liz's face.
She did kick her right in the
Hole.
grill. Oh! Bailey is not concussed because they're taking knees to Liv. Liv might be concussed after that. Double knee by EO.
Chris says Trish will bring back mud wrestling. Ew. Nasty.
She's saving the company. One match at a time.
One puppy match at a time.
The Braun panty match returns. I don't know if anybody would want to watch that one. Lita and Trish. People be like, oh. I mean, people watch Mae Young and the Great Moolah.
Right.
Fabulous Moolah. And so I guess they could probably watch her.
Yeah, true.
Trish still got it upstairs. It's like, keep your pants on, girls. Nobody wants to see your depends. What's an 80-year-old taste like? Depends. Ugh.
Did you tell Brett that joke?
No.
You forgot to tell him?
No, because I wanted to find the other one.
Oh.
Because it was funnier, but I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was either. I don't think I saved it or anything.
It's probably that same guy, so because it was that same old lady.
It is, yeah.
You just scroll down.
Rob is like barfing, and Chris says,
Oh,
who's bigger?
Liv couldn't get a tag. EO stole Esther.
Ooh. Chris says, who is bigger, Trish or Dolly from the 70s? Dolly Parton. If you're talking about Dolly
Oh, it's
Parton,
Not, yeah, it's not.
she's way bigger.
Well, you know,
And her boobs are real.
well, they might have been at one time. I doubt they are now, but
Her boobs were real in the 70s.
yeah, it's crazy because she's so small that they might be the same size. You know what
Maybe.
I'm saying?
They're
Like how-
both
like
tiny. She's
like
not
a
very
bigger
tall.
girl might have big boobs, but they don't look as big.
Yeah. Pico says the only bra and panty match that I would pay to see is Scarlett versus Shotzi versus that Danny Alexo chick.
Right? Yeah, they don't have a lot of the bigger upstairs and downstairs girls anymore, do they? Mickey James still getting it done. Tiffany Stratton.
Robbie's making weird comments just
What?
like yours.
Do it.
Laughing. What about yours?
Are they talking about your BBs?
Probably Robbie is because he's a freak. What a freakoid.
They're smaller than Dolly's, I would assume.
Chris is like, yes, Picola.
But she's like a foot taller than Dolly.
Yeah.
Oh, Rack Rod. Here it goes. Using Liv as a weapon.
Oh, God.
They're going to have to ban Liv. EO. Why do they try to make her out like she's an aerial artist?
Who?
EO.
Oh.
She's terrible at it. And they're like, she's the master of the sky or whatever. Oh, damn. Wow. That hurt.
She's like, I fell down.
Oh, long way. That's like 4 feet.
I fell down.
Uh-oh. Bailey getting the pin.
Oh.
Instead of doing it to Dakota. That's weird. 1, 2, and 3. 9 minutes 17.
Chris says Cora Jade versus Kai Scissoring matching. Ravi says, oh, you're referring to my man boobs deal. They're not as big as yours. Thanks for calling my boobs man boobs, Ravi. Appreciate it.
His man boobs.
Jermaine says, didn't Mickey James retire from Rampage recently? What?
Mickey James?
She's an Impact.
She's an Impact champion.
Yeah, she's like...
Or she was.
I don't know if she still is a champion, but she was an Impact champion.
That was like a month ago.
Pico's like, oh gosh, why Bailey took the pin? I have no idea.
Yeah,
that
that's tough. It should have been Decode.
But I guess it's
probably
because
part of the
its
storyline.
Esther. Yeah, I was going to say.
Well, no, I mean the storyline with them, with the riffraff.
Oh.
Because now she looks like the weaker link, and so then the other two would be like, well, we only lost because of you.
Oh, right, yeah. Pico says she had some injury and had to relinquish her title. Oh, Mickey James
shit.
did? Was it a boob? Was it a boob injury?
Dude.
Oh, we're talking about boobs.
Leave her titties alone.
Man boobs. Robbie's like, what a shit match. Like your man boobs. Jimmy says, what happened to Tessa Blanchard? She cried too much and they blackballed her from everything.
Oh, another kid. This kid, they're about the same age, her and Paige.
Yeah.
Her dad's famous.
This girl?
Mm-hmm.
That's not fair.
I don't know who he is because she's like, yeah, you go out in public and everybody knows my dad, but now I'm more famous than my dad right now. She's like, so when we walk out on the streets, people don't know who he is. They know me from this. I watched it last night a little bit. And you got Jessica Rabbit there.
Right.
And she's literally shaped like Jessica Rabbit, but I don't know how old she is, though.
She doesn't look like she's shaped like Jessica Rabbit. She doesn't have a very snatched-in waist for Jessica Rabbit. Nice.
She has the other part.
Does she? Well, in that outfit, it doesn't look like it. Chris says, yeah, Blanchard is blacklisted from wrestling, but she also wrestled for Women of Wrestling promotion.
And and then was like, fired
who?
From there.
Who? What?
I don't know what this girl's name is. Maybe it'll pop up here.
Well,
but they just showed her dad. But
if it does, it should hurry up. It should have showed it like very first.
And it might have. And they showed the dad, but I don't know him either.
Unless they show it at the end. I don't know. So
but just because I don't know him doesn't mean that he's not famous. Because anybody can be famous nowadays.
Yeah.
That guy, see? That's her dad.
Her face is hideous.
Oh my god, she's like 15.
Well, she's going to get to be 20, and she's still going to have this tiny little featured face with this big face around it. So she has little tiny beady eyes that are close together. All of her facial features are literally like in this big of an area.
Okay, it's
this
a child. Let's
this
not
big.
pick on children.
This big.
I can see what's happening.
And then her head's like this big. Her face is this big.
Still can see it.
But her facial features are this big.
There's her dad again.
Here, let me see. I'll draw it for you.
No, don't touch that because that's where the rest of the matches go.
Give me.
You can't because I'll run out of space.
So her face is like this. Right? That's her head face.
Thanks for over-explaining the shit that I could see.
And then her facial features are like this on her face. So see? So her...
like a balloon. They got over-explained. Except for her head is tiny, too.
She has a nice profile, though. Just the front of her face is that pretty.
She's an athlete. She's like, there's a volleyball player on here, too.
Sophie says with this new championship, it opens the door for everybody. Robbie says Bobby get bodied last week. Chris says Theory stealing Adam Colefinger's top.
Heaven's parents.
Heaven's parents. Her name's Haven. Heaven.
I was hoping they were saying her name there, by the way.
Whoever the Haven one is.
Yeah, but I was hoping for a last name so I could figure out who the dad was. But...
So this isn't voting because they do voting on like Sunday, right?
No, this is to get it down to... So they voted to get it to 12. Now they're going to vote again tonight, maybe?
I thought that these were maybe the results from the votes.
Right, and it might just be.
And they do the voting on...
They didn't give out a number there, so...
Yeah.
Unless it's the same number. How are you supposed to remember that?
Like, we need America to vote for a black person. And they did.
This girl is very interesting. She reminds me of that Brady. He was on the Funny Skits.
Brady on the Funny Skits.
Ah, goddamn. Drew Carey show. And they did these skits and they would just like improvise. And it was a tall, skinny white guy.
Oh!
She looks a spitting image of him.
That's
like
funny.
they're twins. If you put a wig on him, they're the exact same person.
That's funny.
I was looking at it. I was like, is that his daughter? See it?
Yeah.
Take the makeup off and see the face shape.
That's funny.
Isn't it his name Brady? Like
It
Wayne
might
Brady
have been.
or something?
Something like that, yeah. Let's see. Sophie says with this new championship, it opens the door for everybody. Ravi says Bobby got bodied last week. Chris.
You see the problem with that? Opens the door for everybody.
Yeah.
Now it's participation trophies. It waters down
Anything that would be considered
importance
a
of
championship. Chris says Theory stealing Adam Cole fingers taunt. Sophie says I don't see Theory retaining against Bobby and Reed at Backlash. Jermaine says is RVD returning or was that a rumor?
It's got to be
like
a rumor
to me.
I don't see that happening. He's too old.
P. Cole says, oh, you're still talking about Idol.
Yeah.
Sophie says, now it makes sense why they canceled King of the Ring. P. Cole says, haha, D is mansplaining. Chimmy says, do you think Cody will get a clean victory over Brock? And Chris says,
yes.
I also have a bad feeling Jonah, a.k.a. Bronson Reed, will win this title.
Yeah, it's a mid-card title. I mean, I hope he doesn't, but...
Tony says that championship is insane. Picola says, oh, just Googled.
Is that Tony, my cousin Tony?
Tony Virgilio? I don't think so.
It's not. That's cool. Yeah, I liked it. Nothing wrong with it.
Picola says, oh, just Googled. The daddy is a lead singer of a Christian band. That's pretty mid.
Oh.
Not famous at all. Well, he's famous to her, right?
Right.
Sophie says he used to watch Idol weekly. Tony says, how are you guys? Doing good, Tony. How are you doing tonight? Having a good Monday? Piccolo says not famous at all. And Tony says, I'm at Monday Night Raw Energy. Yeah? Get it. Get her done. Robbie says, sounds like a shit show. American Idol can't lie. Sophie says, do you think they created this championship so both brands have their own world championship?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, Sophie.
That's the only reason they did it.
Because they couldn't split, so, you know.
Nobody can beat Roman, so they had to just split it.
They don't want to have anybody beat him, which is ridiculously
There's the
dumb.
title. So it's out there at ringside.
Sophie says now with Cody losing to Roman at Mania, it doesn't make sense now. Chris says Daddy Magic could even win this title. Right.
Put that title on Austin.
Is that? Sure, buddy.
I guess Bobby's in that top 5 that I was naming. You could obviously put it on Bobby. They should put it on Bobby. I forget about Bobby because they fucking bury him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
If Austin loses his title at the next pay-per-view, he could definitely win the world title. Especially if Vince is really back in charge.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were pushing him anyways.
Yeah.
Vince is like, yeah, we're back. Put it on Austin.
Peter's like, I have a random will generator, or I could just ask what decade you want to go with. I don't know. Just a random will generator. Sophie says, I wonder how long they had made the championship and why did it take so long to introduce it. Bobby says,
wanted it for a pay-per-view.
Triple H really is a Wally with this new second place to Roman belt. It's just dumb. It's what he's talking about with Booby.
Bobby!
Bobby Lashley. Bobby. Pico's like, okay, first 2. Let's see. Yes. Let's see. Who is it going to be? Who's going to have the most followers out of these two on, what was it?
Oh, Spotify.
Spotify. That's what it was. Rihanna and Katy Perry.
Rihanna.
Katy Perry. Who has more Spotify monthly listeners? Ooh, Katy Perry.
I'm going to say Rihanna.
Chris says Theory just said he was greatest U.S. title champion of all time. You're not Chris Benoit. Theory. Okay, that's was super fucked up, man. Please, I'm just joking, people.
No, you're fine.
People says that.
I wouldn't put Chris Benoit in the top 10, and that just, even if he didn't do what he did. But that United States title has some pretty heavy hitters in the 80s and the 90s.
Robbie says, Bobby. Sophie says, why do I have a feeling that they made this championship for Cody? It will be like a second place trophy.
Yeah, do not, under any circumstance, put that on Cody.
I hope he doesn't ever win it.
He can win it, but he has to beat the guy
that wins. A year
it.
from now, maybe. Bronson Wright says, if you guys listen to Ozzy Osbourne, what is your favorite song of his to listen to on Halloween?
On Halloween? I don't know. I mean, obviously, I like No More Tears, but really? That's him. But
Halloween?
when he was with Black Sabbath, like, Iron Man's my absolute favorite, but it also has a lot to do with wrestling.
Good.
Yeah, Crazy Train's really good, but Iron Man it was the Road Warriors entrance song, and so, like, it was big to me before I even knew who it was.
Chris says that title has the same side plates like the WWE title, though, and Chris says Fiend better not win this title. The Fiend isn't even around, so I don't even know how it could exist. Sophie says Bobby versus Theory again. They have been feuding on and off for months. Sophie, we already know this is a 3-way at the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, they're setting it up for Backlash.
So,
but nobody cares about Backlash now because they all want that title match coming in Saudi Arabia.
So he says now this year's Money in the Bank will be more interesting with 2 championships once again.
Yeah. Austin, is he scared? Harry Potter baby over there.
Who's a Harry Potter baby?
The baby with the goggles on.
Oh. But that's a diaper. So he says now this year's Money in the... Oh, I read that. Thought somebody put something new. Nope. Who? So you want to know who won that triple threat match at Backlash?
Holy crap. Look how thin he got.
Yeah. I really don't care.
How thin he got?
I don't care anything about that stupid show.
I'm not talking about the show. I was talking about a dude.
Yeah, he did get really thin. It's creepy in a way. I mean, it's good for him, but it's still creepy. So it does say recorded earlier this evening.
Yeah.
Well, that's just lame asshole.
Because they can't block out our news.
Bastards.
It's like Fox. Oh!
Nobody wants
Austin
to see
went to
the
throw a
news.
punch. Bobby
Get
tackles
Bobby.
him.
Pico says, going once, going twice. Okay, here's the results and more followers. Yeah, where is that? What is that, Pico? I want to know. Who got it right? Probably Travis. It's probably Travis. He probably did it.
I just know Rihanna's famous.
They're all famous.
I don't like Katie, so I'd never pick
I don't like either one of them.
I don't know much about Rihanna.
Jason Roy, the band is called Building 429. Yeah, that sounds like a really stupid name.
Oh, Bronson Reed's out there now, too.
Oh, no, Bronson Reed. How could he come out of nowhere? Was he hiding under the cupcakes in the corner or something?
Tall. They could have put him behind, like, a billboard or something.
Oh, my God. Sophie, it says, why doesn't the tag team championship get separated like they were doing with the world championship?
Sophie, just wait and see. It's a good old-fashioned game.
It's a standoff,
Things are going to happen.
Sophie.
It's going to happen.
Oh,
we don't know what it is, but Bobby just got sandwiched.
Picola says Rihanna, 75 mil to 52 mil followers. Wow.
Rihanna.
Robbie says Sophie should start a clickbait wrestling channel on YouTube, right? Sophie says, why are they showing us what happened earlier today? Oh, hey, she did. She got picked.
I think. Swap.
She did. Maybe.
Or we're going to find out, though. I think they bring them all up, and then they tell them. Oh, she didn't make it. So she's gonna have to sing for a judge's pick.
Oh, gee. Pico already knows what happened.
Pink's "I Am Here" is the song.
Huh. Okay.
So I gotta listen to a song while Bronson Reed's beating up everybody. I don't know who they're showing in the audience.
Is that her dad?
Maybe. See if the judge will pick her, though. I mean, she's got to bring it because Katie doesn't like her.
I think Katie's just jellyfish. She's like, nothing good comes from Idaho. I hate it.
Might have to just text Kobe and say, hey, what happened? I don't want to sit around and wait.
They aren't going to do a very long song, so.
Well, yeah, but they're not going to judge her now either. They'll do it at the end of the show, I would assume.
Oh.
And it is the end of the show. There is 15 minutes left.
Oh.
Live. Otis. It just says family.
Yeah. Huh.
All right. I got to watch the whole damn thing.
Fuck you, America.
Merca! All right, back to WWE.
Yeah.
It is the shape. They did the right with the shape, but it's kind of weird looking with the middle.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. We were just trying to figure out what they did to on that idol. Anyways, they did have some earlier today stuff happening in the back with the Alpha Academy and Ali, and some stuff was happening back there with those guys. So it looks like Chad Gable and maybe Otis and whatever.
Right. Oh.
So maybe
Otis.
So maybe she's not with the other guys anymore, and they just kind of moved her over to
Yeah.
Otis or something.
That'd be funny.
It's weird. Let's see. Sophie's like, why are they showing us what happened earlier today? So we know why they're having this, Sophie. John Sparkland says Punk was in the building. Vince had security make him leave. Sophie says, remember when Reed came in as the Miz muscle? What happened to that? Chris says, at least Jonah attacked Theory. Pico says, okay, next round. Let's go. 90s, 2000s hip hop. Sophie says, it's interesting that we haven't seen Seth or Omos on Raw yet. Pico says, Snoop Dogg or Jay-Z? Oh, Snoop Dogg.
Ooh, that's a tough one because Jay-Z's a New York guy, and he's got a ton. I don't know how people like him. I've only liked 2 of his songs my entire life, but he's a big, like, top dude.
Right.
It's hard for me not to say Snoop Dogg, though, because obviously just the name and people like him. So I'll probably go with Snoop, too. Snoop-a-loop.
Sophie says Snoop Dogg since he has been around longer than Jay-Z. Bronson says my favorite Ozzy Osbourne songs to listen to on Halloween are Bark at the Moon, Crazy Train, Flying High Again, Mr. Crowley, Over the Mountain, Perry Mason, Suicide Solution, and Waiting for Darkness.
Oh, I forgot about Suicide Solution. That's a good
Sophie
one.
says I'm not a big Ozzy Osbourne fan. And Pico says, oh great, Ali's sighting. Chris is like, Ali, please go away. Chris is like, Gable as new champ would be awesome. Sophie says Ali is another guy it seems like they don't know what to do with. And Sophie says the new championship design is beautiful. Snoop Dogg and Jay-Z are really hard to choose.
It's not. We're not choosing between them. We're saying who has more followers.
Yeah.
So who's more famous? And the only thing I have is Jay-Z's from New York, but Snoop Dogg's from L.A. So that's kind of your two biggest areas. So who's more famous overseas? And that would probably be Snoop.
I feel like Snoop Dogg is like... is out there more even in his older age than Jay-Z is.
Right. Yeah, he's got a Snoop on the shelf.
Pugel said...
Jay-Z doesn't have a Jay-Z on the shelf.
No. Pugel said it's a close one, 35 mil to 30. Yeah, but who's the winner of it?
That's funny. Both of them have less than Katy Perry. What the fuck? Huh. I would have thought Snoop had over 100 mil.
Right. So it's like, wow, it is close. And Pugel says, and it's Jay-Z who has more Spotify monthly listeners.
Yeah, makes sense. I figured it was Jay.
Barf.
I was just thinking that Snoop was just more famous. But yeah, he doesn't have as good as... I mean, I don't like Snoop Dogg's music. I like his 90s stuff, but I don't like his newer stuff. What's next?
I don't know. So he says, wow, I am not mad at it.
I just figured that they would have more than Rihanna. It just shows you the audience that Spotify has. Young teenage girls. I was thinking about that. I don't listen to a lot of female artists unless they were in the 70s.
Right.
Like Fleetwood Mac, I listen to quite a bit. And I'm like, oh, they're good, you know? But then when I get into, and I like the 90s, like Annie Lennox and stuff, or 80s. But when I get into the 90s, I'm like, I'm not going to listen to Britney Spears. Like, what am I going to listen to her in my car?
Pickle says,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
okay, next I'll mix it up. He says Metallica and Green Day.
I'm going to go with Metallica. Although I know that they're probably... Well, no, Green Day wasn't popular lately. Unless they still make albums. I just know Green Day from one album in the 90s.
Right.
So if they're still making music, then I'm wrong.
Yeah. I'm going with Metallica as well. So it says I'm kind of surprised, though. I thought Snoop Dogg was going to be on top. Harley says, good night, everybody. Good night, Harley. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully we'll see you Wednesday.
So who's Ali wrestling? Otis? Or
Chad Gable.
Oh, it's Gabe.
I bet. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It is. Otis is on the outside.
Chris says, the more I look at a new title, it's an eyesore, man. Take that W off. Sophie says, I thought Snoop Dogg because he had been around forever.
Jay-Z's been around just as long as Snoop. They call him, I don't even know if I can say it, Jigga? That's his name, right? Like,
I guess.
Like,
Pickle's like, it's pretty close as well. Funny, I just picked two random bands.
yeah. It's close, though, huh? Shit.
Sophie says, but didn't Snoop start like in the 80s?
No.
No.
He started in around like 92 or something. The Chronic was that first album. It wasn't his first album, but it was that first album that he appeared on or whatever.
Bryce Pitts is in the chat. Hey, Bryce, good to see you tonight. Says hello, everybody. So I'm a little late. That's all right. Harley says, yes, I'll be here on Wednesday. Okay, Harley, have a good beginning to your week. We'll see you on Wednesday night. Piccolo says, LOL, Jigga. Yes.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's his name or whatever you want to call it.
His whatever artist
nickname.
Artist thing. Bryce says, so the new title having mixed feelings about it looks good, and they're trying to go back to their old roots but not feeling it.
Well, it's because they modified a classic. Just reinvent it or use the classic, but don't modify what worked.
Right.
That's Ric Flair's belt. Put some respect on it.
Vindicator says, so other than the belt announcement and women's tag match, this show has been really mediocre and forgettable.
Yeah, I'm not even timing this match.
Pico says he was a cameo in a song called Deep Cover off this one gangsta movie, SDTK.
Old Snoop. I just remember when he first came up, he was so little, and Eazy-E was going off on him because Eazy-E and Dre had that huge feud. Ollie won! Ollie won!
Pico says, okay, results 26.7 mil to 25.1, and the winner is Metallica.
Holy crap.
He said it was close. That's funny.
Well, that's way closer than I would have ever guessed. And only 20 million? Jesus Christ. I feel like any group could beat that.
Right?
You know what I mean? Like, you could be a new group and do that in a weekend or something. I don't know. Obviously, that's a lot of listening, but there's 100, well, no, there's more than that. There's at least 200 million people and adults. Oh!
Sammy and Jimmy in the back. Chris says, oh, it would be funny if Travis listened to a Drake song. He might listen to one. We don't know for
He's
sure.
He's playing the mind game with him. Yeah, ooze. Amen. What about yours?
Yours. Riley says, dear boy Ollie with a win, who would have thought it? And Picola says, I'll go classic rock, then something a bit more modern. Tom Petty versus Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen.
Oh, fuck. I don't know on that one. That one's tough because Tom Petty was the shit, but it's old. But he did do it in the 90s again.
Yeah. In Balor, the Judgment Day. Chris
boss.
says Sammy Moore backstage creepy talk.
I'm gonna go with Tom Petty because I don't like Bruce Springsteen. I like 2-3 of his songs and that's it.
Justin Martinez in the chat says, what is the main event? I don't know. I don't know what the main event is.
I feel like we know that and I just forgot it.
I don't know.
Is it Cody and Finn maybe?
That's happening right now.
Oh, well, never mind. It's not women. Oh, it could be, I guess. Well, no, Becky's not there.
Rob is like, born in the USA.
I mean, I don't remember him saying anything.
So, do they come up and then they tell them if they're got a pass or not, but they still have to sing?
If they got voted in. But maybe they have to sing. I don't know. Maybe they all have to vote.
Because they've all sang, so.
Yeah. I'm not watching. I'm watching.
I was just curious because he seemed like really happy, so I didn't know if maybe that was why.
Right.
Like he doesn't have to.
I know that there's a group that's standing there, and it's smaller than the group of everybody that sang.
I know, but the group that's standing there is them picking them out one by one of the 20.
No, there's another, like a spill-off group.
Yeah, they're all sitting there.
Like Paige is in it. There's like 4 of them now.
Oh, well, maybe that's what it is. Oh, they don't go flying over there with the cameras very much, so. Chris says 2 Bullet Club leaders match coming up, I guess. Is that what this is?
Is Cody a leader of that group? I would have never guessed.
Yeah, bag boys. You guys are weird.
Looking like McKenna's boyfriend.
This guy.
Yeah.
Kegel says, okay, results, 15 mil to 9 mil monthly followers.
Oh.
Ooh. Chris says, well, actually co-leader, but he felt like a leader. Oh. Kegel says, goes to Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Once you said how low it was, I knew. I figured the boss would have at least 20. Jesus.
Bronson says there is a Brooks and Dunn song called Indian Summer. The song is about a girl who fell in love with a football player.
Yeah.
Chris says, hello, Tiffany Stratton commercial she said, was that hot enough for you? Was it, Chris? Was it hot enough for you?
Made the temperature go up for sure. Dancing on my own.
Robbie's like, it was so hot he melted. Gross, dude. It's gross, Robbie. I think he's going to die later.
Right. Gonna kill him with murder later.
I think so. I'm surprised she didn't throw that bowl at his head. It's like, what the hell?
Duck. One efficient stroke.
Ew, gross. That's nasty.
That's all it takes.
All it takes.
All right, well, we're on a beard shaving commercial. Over on American Idol, there's a guy singing with a goatee. Probably singing country, if I had to guess. Well, that show's still on. That's nice. I've been recording it. I should probably watch it. Night court.
Robbie's like, so the baseball good then? Well, I'm not watching it.
No, we're watching Idol. We'll be watching Idol for another hour. Unless my buddy texts me back.
Right? Pugel's like, okay, forgive me, chat, if I can't spell these weird rapper names. Juice WRLD versus Lil Nas X. I'm going to go with Juice WRLD.
I'm going to go with Lil Nas X.
You think?
He's got that song, that Ghetto Cowboy
Doesn't
song.
matter. I'm going with Juice WRLD for followers.
But I know my daughter would definitely pick Juice WRLD because that was one of her favorites.
He's a weird, like, dead martyr. Chris says she's gone country. Who is it? Who's gone country?
Gone country.
Oh, that's a stupid song.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, God.
Homeboy got up and gave him a hug.
So I guess he's...
That's favoring a little bit, maybe?
A little bit. I know that they take him in their little groups or whatever, right? Or something.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe
Honestly, can't tell you what happens on the show. With 100% honesty, I've never watched one of these in my entire life, except for last night. Oh, by the way, after she was done, I turned it off.
Oh, well, of course.
So I didn't watch the whole thing even. But she was late, like 9:30. Our time.
Robbie's like, never heard of Nas X or Juice WRLD.
You've heard of Nas X.
Whatever, Robbie, you're such a
And I know you've heard of Juice WRLD
face.
because you're a DJ. But Nas X had that walking horse song.
Yeah, Old Town Road.
Yeah.
He told him.
I'm gonna take my
Come on, Robbie, it's a banger.
Old Town Road. I'm gonna
Robbie's like, Juice
ride
WRLD
till
sounds
I
like
can't
smoothie
no
bar. Right. Yeah, you call yourself a DJ.
My daughter knows every word to every one of his songs.
I don't think you're a DJ. I think it's a lie now. Yep. Lies. Total lies.
Whoa.
That guy.
801.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa.
Robbie says, nope, can't say I have. Okay.
Oh, that's going to be on Twitter later. So Cody just handed his belt to a handicapped kid, like Down syndrome.
Oh, my God.
And
Okay.
what's her name? Oh, God. Lacey Evans faked it out. Like she didn't actually hand it to the handicapped kid. And the Twitter went crazy, so they're going to be like, here's the difference.
Oh, God.
This is why Cody's over and she's not. Trust me.
Robbie, who the F is Nas X and Juice WRLD anyway? Robbie, you'll just have to look him up.
Juice WRLD has a couple songs, but he like sings with like a machine.
Picola says, pretty close again, 34 mil to 31.5. And the winner is Little Nas X. Is it because he's still alive?
No, it's that song.
Well, it's
the
followers.
number one song like
It's
ever.
monthly followers, not like how many views or listens.
Oh. So that means he gets 35 million a month?
35 million followers or whatever.
Well, you just
however
said
he
it
put
wasn't
it.
followers.
Well, he calls it OK Results, monthly followers. That's what he's been calling them.
So that's per month then? So it's not total views. Okay, that makes more sense.
Unless I understood it wrong, but that's what his comments have said. Chris says a little handicapped kid once tried to kiss Nikki Bella on lips.
Because
Sure.
like Bob Dylan he's up there in like the top 5 of
Piccolo
listen.
says, yep, monthly.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That changes the game a little bit. I've been just going by
Like overall.
just who would have the most views on their page. That's why I lost so many. Just kidding. No excuses. Whoa, Cody catches Finn. Drops him down.
Chris says also, did you see that old video of a fan in Mexico who groped Scarlett? She didn't even know it happened until after the fact.
That's funny. No, I didn't.
Piccolo says Nicki Minaj or Ariana Grande.
Oh, fuck.
Nicki Minaj.
I'm going to say Grande.
Robbie says, yeah, I know Bob Dylan knocking on heaven's door. But
Yeah.
do you? Do you know it?
Yeah. Guns N' Roses redid it. Made it a classic. And I didn't even know until I was like in my 30s that Bob Dylan had wrote that song.
And performed it himself.
Oh, yeah. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Okay, Corey.
Gorgeous.
I love that they have the World Heavyweight Championship back, though.
Right.
It's just too bad it's a watered-down replica. And I don't mean the actual belt. I'm talking about what it means. As in, nobody could beat Roman, so they had to make another one. That's watered down. That's a participation trophy.
Right.
They didn't staple into his skull, Corey.
Okay, they only put 3 in, and then afterwards he did 14, so nothing.
Right. Whoa! Oh, God. That looked brutal. Cody might have broken ribs. Internal bleeding. He's got a broken spleen.
He's going to be broken forever. Chris says Journey Open Arms is a classic. Piccolo says, holy shit, 74 to 48.8. Sorry.
74 to what?
48.8. And the winner is Ariana Grande. Bronson says, have you guys ever seen The Sandlot? Forever. Forever. Forever.
No, I've never seen it.
No, I've never seen that show in my entire life.
Killing me, Smalls.
You're killing me, Smalls. Some girl named
Windy Peppercorn.
Babe Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
The Swat and the Swat? That's her?
That's her. It's a dude. It's Babe Ruth. You mean to tell me that you just
played baseball with Babe
Babe
Ruth
Ruth.
ball?
signed ball? Oh my god.
It's funny because the dad is like a comedian.
Yeah.
It was so weird watching that because he was hot at that time. He was on MTV all the time and stuff. But.
Robbie says D Talking Wrestling is a classic. And Pico says, here we go. Journey versus Aerosmith. And Chris says, how do you become king?
Some watery tart throws a sword at you.
It's the only way to become king.
Just because some watery tart throws a sword at you does not make you king.
Who are the Britons?
We have the prince.
I didn't vote for no king.
You don't vote for. Well, how'd you become king then? The lady of the lake rose up out of the river. Rose up out of the lake. Just because some watery tot threw dirty.
What you crying about? Oh,
Give him big kisses.
you giving him the slobbers? That's nice of you. You giving him the slobbers? He don't like it.
Oh, he's fighting back.
He's gonna bite your face. He don't like you doing it. He does not like your slobbers.
No. You can't play power pad, buddy.
All
Play power pad.
right. Robbie said that. Pico's like, oh, here we go. Journey versus Aerosmith.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Aerosmith.
That's what I was gonna do too.
You can do it.
Chris says, how do you become king? Piccolo says, the glasses kid, he was pretty funny. Windy Peppercorn. Bronson says, what are your thoughts on the Sandlot 2 and the Sandlot 3?
Never seen them.
They meet more?
I don't know about 3, but I know 2 exists, but I didn't know they made a
I
third.
didn't even know they made that. Robbie's like, LOL, laughing. Pico's like, ah, whimpers, heavy whimpers. That's a German Shepherd for you. They always sound like that. Then he slobbered all over Leopold.
Oh my god.
Leopold was just minding his own business, being a cat, and all of a sudden there's this dog, and he's like, bleh. So he bit him. Did you bite him? Is it delicious? You got dog hair all in your face. Gross.
Wonder why he was biting him.
Right? Robbie's like Eminem sample and Aerosmith
That girl
song.
figured out how to get votes.
Oh, by wearing
Legs.
I don't even know what the fuck she's wearing.
It's like
some
a shirt
kind of
with a
weird
belt.
fluffy thing.
The redhead just pulled her skirt down.
People are weird. Bronson says, have you guys ever seen Rookie of the Year or the Benchwarmers? Yeah.
Definitely seen Benchwarmers. and
Seen Rookie of the Year as well.
That's what the kid with the broken arm, right?
Yep.
Or is it?
Yeah, it's the one. Pretty sure that's the one where he has
Yeah,
the
that
broken
would be
arm.
Rookie of the Year, I think. There's another one with the guy that's cousin Ricky's brother in real life, and he was a rookie.
Yeah.
But that might
I don't
just
think
be
that
called
one was Rookie of the Year, though.
It might just be called the Rookie or something.
Yeah, that's what it is.
1, 2, and Cody on beside it.
Piccolo says his first 3 albums were the best to me, but since Rap God, I don't know if it's any good. Of Eminem, I'm guessing. Chris says thoughts on Beethoven movies. LOL.
I
I've
like
actually
Beethoven.
never really seen them.
You've watched Beethoven, the dog.
Yes, I think I might have seen one, but that's it. I didn't really watch the other ones. And I think I might have seen it once. Anyways, Piccolo says so many baseball member berries.
Well,
You
this
remember.
girl's all
You
elegant and beautiful and
You remember.
S&M-y,
Right.
looking like Brooke Shields, like a young Brooke Shields.
She looks like Megan Fox.
Like Megan Fox, Brooke Shields.
Not only does she have that, but then she's got a fly flying around in her face.
Is that a fly?
Pretty sure there was a bug that literally flew down
I just thought that I was
in her
tripping.
face. It's like, bitch, you stink. That'd be hilarious. Wonder if you were scared of bugs.
Right.
Wonder if you had a bug phobia.
Right.
That'd be terrifying, right? Wonder if you're like, oh my god, if I open my mouth, what is going to go in my mouth? Sorry. There's a match going on. It's supposed to be exciting.
Oh, thrust kick.
It's Cody and what's his face?
Into the ropes, Cody Cutter.
Balor.
He hit him with it.
You got him with the Cody Cutter.
No, you don't pin him with the Cody Cutter. You pick him up and do the crossroads. What the hell are you doing?
He's got to make sure it goes farther. Robbie's like, one of Eminem's best album was Infinity. Came out in 96. That album is hard. Piccolo says 22.5 mil to 17.4 mil, and the winner is Aerosmith. Yeah, of course it is. Bronson says, which movie do you guys like better, Happy Gilmore or The Waterboy?
Happy Gilmore. Not even close.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of the Waterboy, even though the Giant's in there, the Big Show. Captain Sato.
Piccolo says winner is Aerosmith, and Rodrigo Lopez Benitez is in the chat. WWW.
Yeah.
Yeah,
World Wrestling,
Rodrigo.
wrestling.
John says Roman not acknowledged as world champ anymore. LOL. Yeah.
She saw it.
Yeah. The fly or bug
Yeah.
or whatever it was that flew down into her face hole.
Cody! Here it comes. Crossroads, if he hits it, it's over. No, Finn, turn it around, rolled him up.
Fluke roll up.
There he goes.
There it
1, 2, and Finn almost had him.
is.
Oh, here it comes. Pedigree, pedigree, pedigree. He got him with a pedigree. See the two different groups.
Right. Well,
Cody,
did they go through?
Crossroads.
That's weird.
There it is. It's over.
Get
Might as
him.
well count to a kajillion because he ain't kicking out of that.
Wow.
Cody beats Finn.
He did it.
The upper mid-carder.
Robbie says, will Finn win the second place bell? No. Ouch. No other way at this point. No
His song
other way.
reminds me of it's just like an 80s love ballad, but not a love ballad, but the
Right.
big band.
Yeah. Chris says at this point, Shotzi can win this participation trophy title. Probably.
Yeah, you're gonna put it on Shotzi.
She should have to win it.
Maybe Rio will put it in her name in the hat too.
Mia Yum, put that one in there too. They're all the garbage in there. Oh man.
How do you do this match at Backlash? A disqualification?
I don't know how you would do it.
Or is Brock leaving? If Brock's leaving for a while, then it's one thing, right?
Right.
But if he's gonna stick around and go for that title, then you have to have him look strong.
True.
Brock, you can't have him lose and then join for the heavyweight title. Like, it wouldn't make sense.
Right. No, yeah, it wouldn't.
Lizzie Vaughn.
Pico is like, let's go EDM alternative. Oh, ouch. Vindicator says, solid match with Finn and Cody on a night where they are far and few in between.
Did he just name bands?
Yes. No. Here are the bands. The Gorillas versus Daft Punk.
So I've never heard of either one of these. So I can't. Do we know a song? Anyways, I'm gonna go with Daft Punk because it sounds like Daft Prick and I like Notting Hill. Literally, why? That's what I'm going with. Daft Punk.
I'm going to go with the Gorillas. Chris says, oh, fuck, just thought Spaghetti can win the title. Ew. Robbie's like, EDM sucks. Most of that Euro dance is trash. Chris says maybe Brock wins the title, then loses it to Gunther at SummerSlam.
Interesting booking.
Vindicator says, looking back, Triple H should have started this show with that belt announcement, and the rest of the show just be the tournament matches to build up to it, right? Because that's what it feels like.
Yeah, they can't do that, though, because it has to be for who's going to the other organization, basically. SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah,
And we have to have the draft first.
What the fuck is he wearing? Is he wearing, like, a whole, like, suit?
Yeah, but the back's opened, I think.
Is he wearing women's clothes? I feel like he's wearing women's clothing
sometimes.
at this point.
Yeah, the back's open.
Yes, it is. It's weird. But it's a onesie.
Anyways,
it's
we
a
got Seth
whole-
coming out.
What do you call it? What do you call that crap?
Pencil suit? I don't know.
No.
Pajamas?
Women wear them. They're like a onesie, but
Unitard?
they're, yeah, that, sure. That'll be it. Anyways,
The drip coat. What the fuck is he wearing?
Jesus Christ.
It's like
People's like, hello, do you know them at all? I actually know the Gorillas. I
Oh.
actually have an album of theirs.
Cool.
Could I name you a song off of it at this point? No, I couldn't. Riley says Daft Punk or the Gorillas is not EDM. Pico says, so what category is Daft Punk? Oh, Ravi. John says, can't let Roman drop the titles. Make him look bad. Just strip him of a world belt. That looks better. Chris says Meth Rollins. Robbie says Daft Punk have a classic allied around the world. The bass line is hard on that tune. Piccolo says Wiki says Daft Punk were a French electronic music duo formed in 93 in Paris. Robbie says Daft Punk is French disco house. Vindicator says Heyman is the advocate, special counsel for Roman, and Seth is the advocate, special counsel for zebras.
Yeah, no Paul Heyman tonight. I noticed that.
Chris says, as LA Knight says, go back to your romper room. Yeah, it's a romper. There it is. Bronson says, have you guys ever seen Field of Dreams? I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's really good.
It's
a
all
pretty
right.
good
Like,
movie.
it's worth a watch.
It's a long Kevin Costner 3-hour movie, but
it's got Darth Vader in it, so it's good.
It's a good story, I guess. Pickle says they had a song called Get Lucky. It had Ferrell in it. Anyone? Bueller?
Will Ferrell? I like Will Ferrell. He's not a very good singer, though, but he does sing.
Are you talking about Daft Punk had a song called Get Lucky? Because that sounds normal. I don't think that was the Gorillaz. Anyways, Piccolo says, oh my God, Robbie, tomato. Yeah. Tomatoes. Tomatoes. Did you get your answer yet?
I said the Daft Prick.
Oh, no, from your friend.
Oh, I don't know. No.
Damn it. Piccolo should know. Piccolo's already seen. If he would watch the whole thing, he would have known already.
Right.
Damn it. Robbie's like, Cola, LOL, and Chris says, yes, the Get Lucky song. It says, we're up all night to get lucky. Oh.
Maybe till 2. After 2, I give up. Take me home.
Are you saying that one's a Gorillaz song, tonight. Chris? I just can't remember. I think it's Gorillaz.
Is that fun? Carry me home tonight.
I think so. Bronson says, have you guys ever seen Angels in the Outfield?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yes.
I don't remember. I mean, I remember it, but I couldn't tell you what happened.
Pico says 30 mil to 20.4. Jesus. Chris says, no, that's the Daft Punk song. Oh, okay. That's the newer Daft Punk song. Okay, got it.
Cool.
Yeah. Pico's like Gorillaz is the winner.
Cool. I didn't know him. And like I said, I was just going with the Daft Prick thing because it's on Notting Hill.
Right.
You gonna Google it? You're like, I can't wait. I don't want to watch this shit.
Oh, I know. I wasn't gonna do that. I was looking up something else.
We're waiting on
the
Seth,
one that I heard on the Gorillaz is the song called Clint Eastwood. That was one of my favorite songs that they did. It's off of their album. It looks like from like 2001. Or whatever it was. Yeah, that song, Pico. Yep. Pico says, how about Mr. 3000? That was fun. Mr. 3000, wasn't that about some hitter or something?
Yeah, so he retired because he got 3,000 hits, so he retired. And they ended up counting wrong, so he had like 2,997 or something.
Oh.
And now it's Cedric the Entertainer.
Oh,
and now he's this old man, and he's got to go back and try to get 2 or 3 more hits.
That's right. Pico says, he's giving me some lyrics. Yes, that's the lyric. I'm happy, feeling glad I got sunshine in a bag. It's great. Karaoke song. Yeah, I like that song. Never sing it for karaoke. Have you
ever done karaoke?
No.
Exactly.
Robbie says, I have been with people who have done karaoke, but I have never done karaoke. Robbie says, Gorillaz, the lead singer, was in the 90s indie band called Blur. Yeah. Blur.
It's all a blur.
Robbie's like, what a voice. Right, Robbie. So, I'm pretty sure there were other songs on that album, but I don't think I ever took them off there. I kind of took the ones I liked and made it on mixed CDs. I'm useless, but not for long. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to have her play it because I
can't have her play it.
It's
copyright.
I didn't say right now. Weirdo.
Trying to get thrown off the internet.
Nobody's getting thrown off of anything. Don't be weird. Did you look it up?
I did. It just showed the she saying.
Oh. There says 12.
Yeah. So as of now, it's not on the internet. There's an hour ago thing that she did it. So that's the most recent one. Guess you could always go to the Twittersphere. They'd have it. Those people don't fuck around.
Right.
This is my top 12, so this is just somebody, and he put her in there.
Right.
So it looks like she maybe didn't by this tweet.
Horrifically, does it? Oh. Maybe they didn't. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Katy Perry's a stupid bitch.
It's funny because a lot of people have.
But who knows?
I mean, everybody on here has her in their top 12. This is my top 12 prediction.
Right.
Hey, asshole.
Psst. Leopold. No.
I am Siamese. He just got that look, Phil.
I know.
His buck teeth. You look like a Disney stereotype from the 50s. Come here. You look like a Disney stereotype.
Robbie says, Dare was on that Gorillaz album. Pickle says, do it. Pickle says, I'm going to throw something in the air fryer. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Robbie's like, does that belt hold your pants up? What? Whose belt? What belt are you talking about? There's a belt?
A moss.
They're like, let's totally make this part of it.
Well, they had to. This guy was making everybody cry. This big guy, this huge dude, looking like Bronson Reed.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, might not have much of a future after Backlash. Futureless Seth Rollins going up against Moss. He's still looking stuff up.
Yeah, they're saying that she was eliminated.
I need to go up there and then get mad at her for making me watch American Idol.
Right?
Oh, you're the reason I watched American Idol. I know you. Cuts or hate it. The crowd's got his back. Does he have a broom? I don't like the song she sang.
Oh, the Pink song?
It didn't show enough range.
Yeah. You're once a deterioration, he says. Oh my God, this is the worst talking ever.
Because you were born that way.
Robbie's like, yeah, the new belt. Oh, how you forget. Oh, because I didn't want to listen. Robbie's like, why do you hate Katy Perry so much? 'Cause she's a stupid bitch. I hate Katy Perry. Like Bronson says, have you guys ever seen The Natural? Robert Redford is in it.
Yeah, I have. She doesn't like Robert Redford.
People's like, no, my earbuds died. No, not the earbuds. Vindicator says, I will say Omaha suit at least matches up well with that belt.
Right.
Brandon says Amos will lose. Haha, he hasn't won a match at any pay-per-view.
Yeah,
Robbie's
he's not
like,
important.
darn, Colin, not good. People's like, let's get back to 70s and 80s rock.
I feel like if you're going to be a beast like he is, like a monster type, you have to win a lot. But they're making him wrestle every pay-per-view and he's losing. They need to make him wrestle nobodies and crush them. Like Bronson Reed and he already did with Johnny Wrestling.
Right.
Those types. Like go through all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Right.
If they can find him.
They can find him. Wherever he is. I don't know where he's at. He's somewhere. Vindicator's like, but as I studied it, I believe that belt did not need the big W in the middle since it has the W's on each side.
It's tough. Somebody screwed up.
Pico says, a little shit happens, cheap Japanese electronics. Robbie says, LD ready to slap Katy Perry if she saw her on the street. God, I hope I never see that bitch anywhere in my entire life. Chris says, I called this a Moss versus
Damien?
Seth.
It's Ray Damien.
That's the main event tonight?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Why do we have
Cheese
such
and
a
rice.
Why do we have such a big clock in front of our faces?
Right.
God, no. No. Pico's like, here's your whatchamacallits, your groups. Ready?
Ooh, 80s.
70s, 80s rock. AC/DC or David Bowie?
AC/DC. Nobody knows who David Bowie is. He's like some British guy. I honestly couldn't name you one song other than he does the Vanilla Ice song. That's his.
Under pressure.
So Stop, Collaborate, and Listen is David Bowie. And he sings the song on Labyrinth. What power? The power of the voodoo. Voodoo, you do.
Isn't he in that show?
Yeah, he's the villain.
I'm,
That's it. That's all I got for David Bowie.
I'm going to say it's AC/DC too, but...
Yeah, well, at least they have Thunderstruck.
Rory says, do you
Hell's
buying
Bells.
the replica of the new belt when it's on the WWEshop.com?
Can't wait.
Rob like David Bowie, Starman. Pico's like Heroes. Let's Dance. Vindicator's
Let's
like,
dance.
but you know what?
Oh,
These
man,
last
I
two
put on
matches
my
are recent
dancing
rematches. And you know how I feel about that. So I will see you guys on Wednesday for TNT Sticks of Dynamite. Hopefully McDanielson free. LOL. All right,
It won't
Ben.
be. I'm sure.
Bye,
See
Vin.
you, Vin.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you on Wednesday. Says ta-ta now and have a good 48 hours. Bye. Pico's like, call to Major Tom or whatever.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah. Here I am, sitting in a tin can.
Travis is like, I don't know any David Bowie songs.
And
You
the
guys
only
like,
reason I know it,
you
hold
guys
on.
name them, and then he's like, I can sing all of them, bitches.
That song I only know because of the Deeds, the Mr. Deeds, that show. That's it, when they're singing it on the airplane.
So the other one you were singing is in a movie as well.
I don't remember how it goes now, but
Let's Dance.
I don't remember the movie, but I've seen or I've heard that song on the radio.
Wasn't it on Weird Science?
No.
Oh.
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh.
Let's dance. Put on your dancing shoes. And I used to not even know it said that, and you told me that because I was listening to it on my radio when I listened to 70s rock.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, he's saying, put on his dancing shoes. I don't even remember what I used to think it said.
I don't either. I'm sure it was weird.
Oh, yeah.
Pickle's like, yeah, I know this is a layup, LOL. Robbie's like, David Bowie, he did one of his first gigs in my hometown when he was first starting out.
Before your town was it was like a village.
No, at least they upgraded to a town, which isn't much better.
Sorry. I'm just saying that. Come on, that dude's old as fuck.
Pickle says 27.5 mil to 16.6 mil, and the winner is
DC.
AC/DC.
Yeah.
Put on your red shoes
They
and
can finally
dance
play
the
it.
night away.
We are the champions, my friends.
It's your red.
We'll keep
It's
on
your
fighting.
red shoes.
Oh, never mind. Yeah. See, I don't know.
Put on your red shoes and dance the night away. Let's dance.
Yeah.
Froggy says, at least I don't live under a rock where you live, D.
We live on top of the rocks.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. I live on top of rocks.
But yeah.
Leopold, nope. Nope. Hey. Hey. If you don't get out of there, you're
You're
going
in
to
the
get the
water.
sprays.
Swash back and forth. All you have to do is probably shake it.
Get out of there.
He's like, no. He's like, I'm not doing anything. It's just soft. It's like my bed.
I see you. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What's this? What
Make
was it
a
on
wishes.
Make a Wish. John Cena there.
No, but
Pothead.
this dumbass is. Oh my God, somebody shut him up. Right? Like, where have you been? I've had to listen to this garbage head
Where have you been
all fucking
all
night.
He's playing a riddle.
Robbie says, so this Raw is set up anything new? They did finally set up the Omos versus Seth match. You know, they talked about it, but they actually finally did it.
This fat guy that's on there right now singing. It's
Robbie's
funny
like,
because
"Make
it
a wish."
reminds me of like Jack Black.
Right? Tenacious D.
Uh-huh.
Only Tenacious D is way cooler. Man, they're cronies. Pickle's like, the Eagles versus Earth, Wind, and Fire. The
Who was
Eagles.
the first one?
The Eagles versus Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with the
The
Eagles.
Eagles.
I'm sure the Earth and Wind and Fire has songs, but I don't know any right offhand. Like, you could tell me them and I'll probably know them, but I don't know them. So I'm going to go with the Eagles because I know all their songs. I want to sleep with you in the desert tonight with a billion stars all around.
What are you doing? You're going to get in trouble. Meow. What are you doing over there? What you doing? Being bad? Being bad? Huh? You guys are bros. You're a bro. We're a bro. Everybody's a bro.
At the end of the day,
Meow.
because you're bros. All right, we're getting close to the end, guys. It's about 24 minutes left.
Probably like Earth, Wind, and Fire, September, Let's Groove. No.
Nope, never.
Pickle's like, hello, you know what grinds my gears? What? The song September, which is a wedding song, was used for Christmas Target ads. Freaking consumerism. Those bastards. Ravi's like, LOL, I bet that burp stinks as well.
Ew.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the dog? Pickle's like, jelly pup. Yeah, he's weird.
Looking like Judgment Day just might be a glorified Raw. MVP. Most valuable player.
I was like, you just burped. Oh, did I? Good. Pickle's like 19.2 to 15.8 mil.
Wow, it's close.
And the winner is the Eagles. Those bastards.
I can't believe they're so little. It's like one of the greatest groups ever.
Dun, 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 dun. I need you to go away from me because you're breathing on me and it's weird. Oh, nope, 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 nope. There you go.
What do you need, Bob?
You gonna run? Run. Good job. All right. It's the main event of Rey Mysterio versus that Damien guy.
You're very quiet.
You're quiet. All right. People's like, all right, one more second. Snack on my pizza. Yeah, eat your pizza. People's like, Van Halen or Led Zeppelin. Ooh, maybe one more. I'll throw it out real quick. All right, Travis. Van Halen or Led Zeppelin?
I'll go with Van Halen, even though Zeppelin's probably the bigger band.
Yeah. Travis is going with Van Halen. I'm going to go with Led Zeppelin. Piccolo says to throw out another one real quick. Ravi says, LOL. D with the onion burps. Ravi, seriously, dear, you're just gross and have nothing to do with your life sometimes. Piccolo's like Bruno Mars or The Weeknd. Oh, I'm going to say The Weeknd on that one. Bruno Mars or The Weeknd?
I'll go with Bruno, even though The Weeknd's super popular.
Okay. Travis is going with Bruno Mars, and I'm going with The Weeknd. All right. Pico says 18.5 to 12 mil. Who is it? The winner is Led Zeppelin. Yeah. Led Zeppelin. We're in a commercial, guys, and we're just ready for the Rey Mysterio Damian Priest match.
Judgment Day.
Let's see. Pico's like, I know I'm bored. This is the last one. Got it. Travis went with Bruno Mars. I went with The Weeknd. Who is it, Picola? Tell us the answers before Chris decides to rip his face off. Just kidding. Did you put him outside?
I did. He'll be fine for 20 minutes.
My God, your cat's insane.
It's parkour.
Justin says, will WWE remove the WWE World Heavyweight Championship from Roman Reigns and leave him with one championship since they created a new one?
No. The 2 belts that he has will be unified into one. I don't know if they'll change the belt or just have it the red one or the blue one probably whenever he goes to that.
Right. Pickle's like, wow, just wow, this is insane. 107 mil to 54 mil.
Oh, it's the weekend then.
And the winner is...
The weekend super.
If it's Bruno Mars, it's because of that Michelle Pfeiffer song. By a freaking landslide, The Weeknd.
Yeah,
yes.
He got popular because that Super Bowl stuff.
But they sucked.
I don't know one of his songs.
They sucked so bad.
Oh, it was the worst
Super
Super Bowl halftime ever.
No. It was one of the worst, but it wasn't the worst. Chris says, oh, Roman just tripifies the titles. Yes.
That's what I was saying.
Triplifies. Yeah, triplifies it. That's what's going to happen. Triplifies. Ah. Justin says, is Bad Bunny the main event of Raw? No, honey.
Well, yes. He's going to be the main event. So, yes, he's going to be in this.
He's going to be there, right?
Yeah, he's in the show, and there's 20, or not even 20 minutes, 17 minutes left.
Yeah. Bryce says, going to go, guys. Talk to you guys later. See you all later on Wednesday, hopefully, if not, probably Friday. Bye. Peace out. Bye, Bryce.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for hanging with us. We'll see you on maybe a Wednesday, and if not, hopefully on the Fridays. Fridays, my day. Chris says CM Punk return, confirm attacks Bad Bunny. Right. Why would he do that?
Be on Raw next week, so he's probably going to get drafted on Monday, so he'll be in that second group.
But why would CM Punk be there if supposedly AEW is giving him a whole show of his own? You guys are silly. Silliness.
Damian Priest and the Judgment Day. Let's click on things.
Yeah.
Shopping. All right, well, Damian's heading down to the ring. Is he by himself? I figured Dominic would come out with him. Dominic will show up, and that'll cause the
crazy
Bad Bunny stuff.
Right?
They're breeding like rabbits. So will the match last the full 15 minutes, or will it go short and then melee afterwards?
Yeah, she wasn't one of the judges' saves, so she was eliminated.
Right. Poo-poo pants.
So was the girl that you said if you put her in a wig, she'd look like that one guy.
She
But
got
because...
eliminated? I figured she'd be the first place.
Her?
Yeah.
Nope, she was eliminated completely. They did save the one because her dad's famous, you know. Of course, they have to have her on there. Because why not? The weird S&M girl. She was eliminated.
Oh, wow. That wouldn't surprise me.
The one in the weird outfit that you said showing her legs off, she won because she's,
Leggy.
throwing her sex out there.
Whoa! Dominic is not out there, sorry. Damian.
Jessica Rabbit is not in there anymore.
Yeah.
The big black lady that last thing was saved by the judges. Of course. The big fat kid, he said, he won. He was safe. This girl's safe.
Yeah, I think she's a country singer. Who's this? Is this Bunny? Is this the rabbit? Is he hunting wabbits? It's the wabbit!
The Bad Bunny! Bad Bunny! What are you doing with their cat?
The wabbit's here!
All right. Well, I never have to see American Idol ever again. Thank
Right.
God. Life is complete, I guess. Chris says Damian Priest will win this participation trophy. Robbie says,
know.
how many times is Brock Lesnar back? Always. Pickle's like, well, Travis, who's really the Idol winner?
We all are for watching it.
No. No, we're not. Hopefully it'll help her career as she gets older.
Right? If she decides to go that route.
Yeah.
Don't have to watch it.
I know, right? Thank God.
Look how big the wrestlers are now.
Oh my God, they're
Like
ginormous,
60
like
inches
all over
tall.
my screen. It's ridiculous.
Better turn it to baseball.
Chris says Damian cool theme song though. Robbie says
Yeah.
it will go short with interference. Chris
Whoa.
says Friday SmackDown in Corpus, next Monday in Fort Worth, hello, basically Arlington. I wonder if they will come to Houston for a live event. I don't know, Chris, but you better go.
Get out
Robbie
there,
says,
support
go
your
on
local
D, hooked
wrestling
on
team.
American Idol. God, no, dude. And Pico says, it's Wabbit season. And Chris says, main roster fuckery time. Woo, fuckery. The cat's watching the show. He's like, what's going on in Alaska? That's just weird. What are these people doing? Look at your cat. Look at him. He's
Oh, yeah. Huh? He's like, that was a grizzly bear. I'm scared of those.
scared of bears.
Oh, there's a horse.
Oh, look, the lies. Oh, whatever. Lies.
Got to come out with a different commercial and bring the big horses back. They didn't even do them at the Super Bowl.
No. They forgot what America really was about. Now they're trying to backtrack and pretend they know.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
They fired a couple people.
I didn't think they fired them. I thought they just
They're
put them on
leave
leave or
which
whatever.
is-
They're not going to fire them. They're going to wait till it all calms down, and then they'll be like, well, we'll bring them back now. No, don't do that again. They try to make it out as something it's not, and it's just silliness. Especially that stupid article he sent me. What the hell? They worded some stuff. I'm like, yeah, because they were the only people having a fit about it. Like, no, had nothing to do with what side of the aisle you stepped on. You weirdos. It's the big George Foreman movie. If anybody wants to watch it, it's coming out. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic.
Come out Thursday.
What? Thursday?
Thursday.
Weird. That's a weird, it's a weird day. Don't they only come out on Fridays?
Usually come out on Friday.
That's weird. Robbie says Raw main event is washed.
Yeah, this is terrible, but it's to get Bunny out there. They want to use their Latin wrestlers, and they already used half of them earlier tonight.
Chris is like, I have a Foreman signed glove. Don't know if I should keep or sell. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he's still alive, so it's not worth as much. But once he passes, it'll be worth more. Once you get autographs, you kind of hope for the death.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually. If you can outlive him. But he's an older guy, so.
True. Robbie says George Foreman is his grill still selling. Well, I had one back in 01, 02.
Yes, they still sell, and people still use them.
They still sell them at, like, retail stores, though?
Yeah, they're
Really?
super popular. Danny's like, I still use mine like twice a week.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, really?
Does? That's
Yeah.
weird.
He's like, yeah, I use mine all the time.
Huh.
I'm like, oh, I don't even have one anymore.
I was going to say, like, what?
Tiffany Stratton.
Silly.
Spring break is over. It was like 2 weeks ago, seriously.
Right?
Hopefully Waller wins that and brings some sort of reputability back to NXT. And I'm not a huge Waller fan, but the champion they have now is absolute trash.
Right. Chris says, I have like 10 autographs on my jersey for the Astros minor league team, the Space Cows. They are still a pretty good team, basically the backups for the Astros.
Right. So is it AAA? Is that what he said?
He just
Or it's
said
like minor league.
minor league team
Yeah.
for the space.
Right. So
Minor league team, the Space Cows.
right. So it's probably triple.
Well, that's fun.
Your better prospects are in AA. They're just usually further out.
Oh.
You don't put your top prospects
Chris
in
says
AAA.
yes. And Ravi says it had a bun warmer on the top. You lift the lid and warm your buns.
Yeah, they did have that. Some of them, not all of them, but the bigger ones did. You ever have the big one, like the 4?
No. We just had the little one.
Yeah, I had a single.
Kinda. You
Yeah.
could fit like 2
Yeah,
small
so the
burgers
double
on
there.
it if you.
There was a double, a single, and a quad.
It was the one that was like that big.
Yeah. The double. I had the single and the quad in my life. Not at the same time. Should have been the Hogan grill.
Would it have sold as well? I'm just kidding.
Yes.
I have no idea.
It's the machine that sold, not the name.
Right?
But instead, Hogan got the blender. Now, if you get the blender, it's probably worth money. Because it never sold.
That's funny.
Because they had the same agent. Mm-hmm. And he's like, all right, well, get a hold of Hogan. But Hogan didn't get a hold of him back. So he just gave it to George. But he called Hogan first. Uh-oh. That might just do it. Nope. Ray kicks out.
So, according to the Walmart, George Foreman electric indoor grill and panini press has copper plates. It's the classic one. 1784.
Yeah, he has money. Lots of it.
It's funny because look at the difference of them.
Yeah.
Weird they look, but this is what they used to look like.
Yeah.
It was white.
Except for mine was white, yeah.
That's funny. Anyways.
Picking him up. Backbreaker. Backbreaker. Miss Tasmaka. Miss Tasmaka.
Miss Tesmacher!
Miss Backbreaker.
Robbie's like, what did you use to grill on yours?
Just meat.
It was
hamburger.
hamburger. Mostly
it.
hamburgers.
Pretty sure. Oh, I do chicken breasts on there. I did. I forgot about that. When I was all healthy, I'd do chicken breasts.
Chris says Ray should do a Hogan colorway and a Wolfpack colorway, come out with a boa and sunglasses over his mask. It's weird. Pickles like burritos and Philly cheesesteak. Oh, yeah, that's what you do on yours.
Oh, wow. I would have never thought about doing that. Yeah, I just did solid meat. So, like, either a hamburger or a
Steak or chicken
I
breast.
never did steak. Not once.
Why not?
I don't know. I grilled steak, I guess.
It's a grill.
It didn't have holes in it.
It had the thingies.
I
for
know what it
grill.
looked like. I had it.
It's literally called a grill.
I know. It gives you the grill illusion.
Robbie's
It's
like
like pan frying, but with it tilted so the grease runs off.
Robbie says, I used to make grilled sandwiches. Nice.
I bet you that'd be good too. Also never did that. Could have done tuna melts like that. Been good. 619, it's over!
Oh no, he got it.
Frog splash!
Do
Frog
it.
splash!
Hurry, get up there.
4 minutes left.
You gotta get him, Ray. You gotta. Oh no.
What the?
Disqualification.
Well, that's a DQ.
Jesus, where'd the
Lasted
chair
11
come
minutes, guys.
From? Where did the chair come from?
A fan, maybe?
Robbie's like, now I got an air fryer. But do they make as good of grilled sandwiches? I feel like that's a no.
Do the grills or the air fryers work?
No.
Does it taste good?
No. Just kidding. It's like DQ what? LOL, no way. Boop.
Here comes the rabbit. Be very, very quiet.
He's got the kendo stick.
He's got a...
Oversized jacket.
He should have wore a machete.
He looks like a child with his hat on, wearing his daddy's clothes.
I think it's a poncho, isn't it?
No, that's just an oversized regular shirt. Robbie's like, yes, they do, and they do work. Food stays crispy. Really?
I have to get one.
An air fryer?
Yeah. Just gotta try it. I mean, people use them all the time, and they bring out, like, at least on the internet, they pull food out, and it looks good, and it's crisp and cooked. I just don't know how it works, unless it's like a hairdryer. It's old hairdryer.
Hold a hairdryer on your food.
I got a heat gun downstairs. I could try
It's
it.
probably just a heat gun. You just put that on there. It's fine.
I'm sure all it is air.
It's just a convection oven.
Blowing heat.
It's literally a convection oven.
Convection's done by electricity, though.
Oh my God. So is that. An air fryer, you hook it up to electricity to use it.
Yeah, but it probably blows air. The convection is done with just electricity, period.
No, convection ovens have air too. It's the same thing. Pickle says, oh yeah, so we freeze leftover pizza, and after 3 bites in, just realized this is not the pizza I cooked a couple days ago.
Oh, that's even funnier.
Is that bad or good or gross? What?
Roger Rabbit.
I was like, steak or chicken is good in the air fryer. Is it? Yeah, Damian. I don't know if you know.
He's not hosting Backlash anymore.
He's not hosting it anymore.
It's because he's wrestling in it, see?
I'm going to Puerto Rico to kick your ass!
I don't know what he's saying. I don't speak Spanish.
Me neither. Piccolo says, to my surprise, I sliced summer sausage with onions sauteed. Oh, well, there you go. So it was your own homemade pizza? I was like, I thought Priest and Bunny were mates. They used to be. Until Damien turned his back upon his Latino friends. And that's what happens when you turn your back.
Look how big his earrings are.
What?
He's got like big hoops and like Bianca wears.
Yes. Robbie, I said, I read that. Oh no, he got him with a kendo stick of doom in his face hole.
Bad Bunny in Chicago. Chicago.
All right, they showed us the little bits that happened for the last part of Raw tonight. Damien's still up there yelling and screaming at him.
Well,
Everybody's very excited about Bad Bunny not being a host.
I'm going to ruin everybody's night, but Raw's over, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
I know it'll ruin yours, but...
Oh, I'm so sad. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We really appreciate it. That was the end of Raw. That was the last match was Damian Priest versus Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio basically won, but with a DQ from Damian because Damian threw a chair at his face. Why that happened? It like a chair just came from nowhere and right in Rey's face. Anyways, then Bad Bunny came down with a kendo stick and beat the poo-poo out of Damian and then said, I'm not hosting it anymore at Backlash in Puerto Rico. I'm there to kick your ass. So, that's happening.
So Bunny has a match.
He has a match. All right, everybody. Thank you again for the people who hung out with us tonight. We really appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite, so join us then.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.